Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle.
Without me.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Whoa.
But this is
I'm not
Tony
here.
now.
It's fine.
And we're Pseudo Adults. Hello, welcome to episode 172 of the Pseudo Adults podcast. Hey, we still got it, you know?
Yeah. We're in a groove.
Only how many times have we said this?
It's our 172nd time,
Okay.
Yes.
and we shall know our order.
I should have just let Tony talk. I should have just went, all right, I'm not here, guys. All right, so I'm going to go back in bed.
Everyone, this is a podcast where we talk about the things that...
What? It's a
my God.
podcast?
It's being,
I can't be on this.
this is being filmed right now?
I just had to disclose that you can subscribe to at Pseudo Adults on anywhere that you find podcasts, and follow me on Twitter at Pseudo
Yeah.
Adults.
If you want to see me drink all this pee,
Yeah.
then go
It
to
does.
youtube.com/SpaceZamboni or SpaceZamboni.com, and you can watch me drink all this pee.
Don't knock
It's
it
like
till
a
you try it.
shot. It's not. Is
It's
there
piss.
normally more? It's like, did you
This
drink
is
some of
piss.
it and now that's
This is
what's
piss.
left?
That is peace.
Do you want to smell my pee?
No.
Smells good.
I think Tony wants to smell your pee, to be
Wanna
honest.
Smell my pee?
So you telling
I'm
me
real
there's a
good.
chance?
There's a very
I
big
smell my
chance.
own
Giving
piss?
him a beautiful face.
Yeah, it's strong pee.
Yeah,
Diabetes,
you
man.
would have
Diabetes.
fermented asparagus.
You smell my pee.
Fine. All right.
On the note of pee,
You should-
Whoa,
I
that's
did eat
some
asparagus
wild
yesterday.
pee.
It's crazy how, like, are you all super sensitive to, like, whenever you eat asparagus, that it makes you
Oh, yeah.
stinky pee?
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that smell.
And it
Oh,
lasts,
God.
like, the whole following day at least.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
never
never
counted
had
how
that
long
issue.
it lasts.
What?
Really?
The only issue I
process it?
have is that sometimes my pee will smell like Cheerios. When I'm
Oh.
like,
Does it look like Cheerios?
no. It's just, I'm like, why does this smell like the
Yeah,
first
well.
time you open like a bag of Cheerios? I'm like, this is not healthy. I don't know if this is healthy.
I've had that.
Yeah, right?
The Cheerios
ChatGPT,
smell?
Did you look it up?
No.
What it means
I
for
think it
Cheerio
just
pee?
means it's like you're dehydrated. It's all ultra.
Oh, that's probably makes
You've
sense.
been eating a lot of
That was before.
Cheerios.
That was before the hospital visit, so it makes sense. Not right before, but it's been like I've been very consistent in drinking water nowadays. It's very healthy for you. If you don't, you'll end up in the hospital. I
Go
didn't think
figure.
that was like a roundabout fact of that we're made of water, but whatever. That's how I
Yeah, 70%.
Yeah.
You got
Just
to
like
keep
the
drinking
earth.
it, or you're gonna run out. You're like a waterbed.
Mm-hmm.
I said my piece already. I already said mine.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you're a pop culture fan who wants to level up in life, check out Inner Warrior. And if you are trying to get into an IT career, check out Inner Tech Warrior.
Where do we go if you want to smell my pee?
SpaceZamboni.com.
See, drilled it in.
Smell-o-vision.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
You consider yourself to be the it guy, the IT guy?
Who's it? The clown?
Yeah.
Then I'm.
You're just like, ah!
Then I married
Let me
my.
fix your computer.
Then I married my worst nightmare.
Oh, my God.
It's fun. I manifested it into reality.
That's a while for you to realize.
Bones the clown.
Just a little until he started going hee hee hee, and he did that dance. That was. Now we just need a clip of Tony dressed like that, dancing like that.
Yeah.
That would be
Insert clip.
So we have a lot of, I think, really fun things to talk about today. Caught up on some movies. You guys saw the newest of the new movies.
Oh, my God.
Before we get all into that, I heard the Space Zamboni duo perhaps had an outing. Was this one day prior to? this
Oh,
day recording?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was. We got our first facials.
I was wondering why you were glowing. Like your face is just like
That's
you opened the
good
door, and I was
sign.
like, oh.
I'm blind now.
Beautiful. Yes. You look very
Mm.
healthy.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm jealous. It's
There
fun.
was all those delicious skin peels and the exfoliants.
Yeah, so we went to our friend Christine, who will pop in the Instagram name if anything.
Mhm.
And she was opening her new shop, and she's doing facials, and she's doing like she called them back facials.
Yeah, back
too. I didn't know it's
facials.
called a back.
Wait, what is
Does
that?
a little massage.
Back in your face.
I think she does like the facial work to your back. So if you got like back knee and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
like it's whatever they do to your face, they do on your back. You're
I
saying?
think so.
I guess so.
Oh,
But she said, yeah, they do the back, but it's back facials.
Mm.
Wow,
Oh.
that's cool.
Interesting.
And then she had this ultrasonic high frequency thing that she went
Yeah.
on
What does
her
that
skin.
do?
It
Detects cancer.
It's
What?
and it makes
Or
you-
does it cause cancer? It's
One or the other. I
debated.
don't remember.
and it makes
Debated.
you smell like static electricity.
Yeah, you like smell literally static electricity in your nose when it's going across.
Love
your
that.
face.
What?
It kills the bacteria on your face that remain from the facial and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
never heard of that before.
You know, if you want to glow.
Yeah, it's
I've
this
heard of
little
red
rod
mask.
that goes.
I've heard of the red mask. You put the red mask on your face, and
Red
it just
mask?
sits. It's literally a mask with holes, and it's the red light.
Oh.
Oh.
Red light is also good for your if you're losing hair.
Mm-mm.
My dad,
Uses red light.
he used to sit with it.
Like Magneto?
He used to sit with it like here because it helps your growth
Wow.
of your hair. Apparently,
Wonder how that
I don't
works.
know. I mean, like denying the inevitable, but like
I mean,
That
that
helps.
literally all of science is like just denying the inevitable, right? Like all we try to cure cancer, we try to cure all these other diseases.
Can't
It's
cure
like
but
death.
science,
It's the same-
but
trying to
science
keep
is
us
a
alive
facial,
longer.
So
Mm.
it is science and a facial. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was cool. I would highly recommend anyone who hasn't gotten a facial before to try it out.
It was super relaxing.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
interested.
how long was it?
It's like an hour.
Hour? Okay.
If not a little shorter.
Yeah.
Never had a
45 minutes
facial.
to an hour.
You
I know
never had a
people.
facial?
No, I've known
should do.
people who get facials and they have an esthetician that they go to regularly.
Mm.
Like every maybe once a month they'll go to take care. But you take care of your body, you take care of your skin.
Yeah.
But you don't think about how much damage your face actually gets.
Yeah.
And,
Exactly.
that's why people get pimples and stuff. It's because they're not. You're supposed to be washing your face daily. You're supposed to be
Exfoliating.
not every day though.
Explain to
once
me,
every
what
2
the facial
weeks.
experience was. 'Cause I've never had one either.
She-
I've never even washed my face.
She goes
Oh,
punch you in the face a couple of times so up in your push.
She needs you like bread.
Yeah.
I just need her to make me.
personalized the first few years I'm going through.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, what she does is she lays you down. You put a little tati towel over your titties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't put it around your neck like a cape like I did. Because then you'll look like Super Mario from Super Mario
Especially-
World. And you're like,
What's wrong with that though?
It's really silly, and the silliest thing that happens is people wear it as a cape.
I
And
like
then you go, I'm not going to wear it as a cape.
this
And
is
then you
how
wear
it's
it as a
done.
cape.
So it goes under your
Yeah.
armpits and over your titties.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
That's how you
shirtless
do
for
it.
the facial?
You're shirtless.
Yes.
Yep.
Interesting.
You
Me-
de-robe.
You too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you
I
keep
didn't know
your
if it was a
pants
guy thing.
hmm Yeah, you get to
To keep your
your
pants
face
Oh
on. But you
man,
gotta take your shirt
that's
off.
what I want to
it.
take off is my pants.
And-
For the facial?
Yeah.
Put your face right here.
Well, you give me a facial on my other face if you want.
And then
It's
she
fine.
lays you down, she plays some relaxing music, and then she smears your face with a bunch of different
Creams,
cleansers.
exfoliants.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she gives you a little massage while the bubble mask goes on.
Bubble
and
mask
does its
feels
action.
weird, right?
What's a bubble mask?
It bubbles.
Yeah.
What? What do you
It like,
mean? Just
up a little
it
bit.
hardens a little bit and bubbles.
Yeah.
It
Oh.
bubbles.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Interesting.
Mine were combined into one mask.
Yeah, and it was green, and it
Yeah.
made you look like the Hulk for a little bit.
Oh.
So I was like, Hulk and me, yeah.
Yeah. Matt
Interesting.
kept asking if he could lift a towel and film under there.
Yeah.
And I told him I have pants on.
I was like, a little bit of scissors would change that.
Yeah, he said, "You want me to take them off?" I was like, "I don't think so."
That's because you're like, man, you're so close to my face.
Yeah, you were going
I was
up
like,
my nose.
I was like, I could go up a different thing.
Yeah,
Make it a rectal exam.
yeah. But
Oh,
we
man.
filmed it too. We're gonna send
cool.
some of the footage too. But it was
Awesome.
cool. It was nice.
Mhm.
Pleasant.
I know I'm almost positive she made an Instagram account specifically for this.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I can only find. She has she's also extremely talented makeup
Mm,
artist.
Yeah.
mhm.
For like weddings and like you name it, Halloween.
Mm.
Like, it's crazy what she's capable of. That account is CK Makeup and
That's
Aesthetics.
Exactly.
That's, the,
Yep.
that's the account. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll add to the details of this podcast episode.
Thank you.
So,
Awesome.
easy click.
Mhm.
Yeah.
CK Makeup and Aesthetics.
And even before she did the facial, she said that she did makeup for a wedding. So we were like,
She did my makeup for my wedding.
Yeah, and
And Gianna's
Yeah.
Gianna's makeup for the wedding.
I want her to do my makeup for my wedding.
Yeah, we could do it. We could set
That's
that
happening.
Is that the bride or the groom?
Both?
Are you? Oh, so you got it,
Both.
and your hand gets it.
Oh, oh. Getting progressive up in here.
Let's get these two on the dance floor. Very good.
Polyandrous.
Polyandrous.
That sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Polyandrous.
Polyandrous.
They won't stop.
Now your hands, your hands have to fuck each other now. Silly spell.
I can't hold my wand like this.
You gotta blur that. All right, so topics this episode will include but not be limited to Across the SpiderVerse and the new Flash movie. So we'll start with Across. What should we start with? I guess maybe we'll get to the Flash a little later on because brain not working. We'll start with the Flash because it's probably spoiler free, and then when we get into Across the SpiderVerse,
going to spoiler filled.
Yeah. So if that's okay. With
Yeah.
you guys?
Makes sense.
Okay, so Tony and Rachel, you're the ones who saw the Flash.
We also saw the Flash.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone with me saw
I
the Flash.
slept through the Flash a good chunk.
Wow, that movie's over.
But the good thing is it's a track
record.
record, Matt.
Yeah.
It's not something that we were hugely surprised.
Because I don't think I care.
Ezra Miller just goes in and just throws everybody on the ground.
Just this.
Because it's so new. I saw that.
Everybody knows what I mean who saw the movies.
They introduced that new concept. That no one saw.
Yeah,
He
right.
had Parkinson's
Yeah.
the whole time.
The whole movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So, what do you guys think of the movie? Did you like it?
Okay, so
That's not it.
well, it's not. Okay, so
Build it.
yeah. So what I think it is. So we saw it twice, right? So we saw it with our coworker the first time, and then we saw it with them the second time. So
We wanted an
both-
unbiased opinion.
yeah, because
So we didn't say
experiences
anything
were
going
different.
into the second time because we were like, we thought maybe our friend was being a little too critical of it.
Hypercritical, yeah.
And we're like, we had time to talk about it. Tony had time to watch videos explaining certain things.
Yeah.
And then we went back into it and we're like, okay. I mean, this wasn't as bad as like our friend was like
making it out to be
slapping it
So-
into the ground where
so-
you're like, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's going in. It's interesting because when you go in with two different mindsets. So when we went with our friend Charlie, his mindset was, okay, I've seen the Flashpoint animated movie. I know the Flashpoint comics, and I'm going to go into this movie and basically compare it. And that was not the best way of doing it because then it became a hypercritical response of like, oh, why didn't they do it this way? Why didn't they do that? Like this
you're
was so much better in
expecting that
the animated
Yeah.
movie.
You can't
Watch the
walk
original.
into.
Yeah.
I always say you can't walk into these movies and think this is going to be the greatest movie I'm ever going to see. If you set your bar to the lowest, like touching the ground, you'll never be disappointed, and you'll walk away being like, all right, well, it wasn't the worst movie they've put out. It was a good movie. It wasn't the best movie I've seen. They could have done a lot more. There was a lot of stuff that I was like, they could have spent. They delayed it so much that they could have spent a little bit more time on like
CGI.
animation.
Yeah,
The
CGI.
CGI,
sure.
they
Yeah.
could have done a lot.
I read online that it was intentional.
Yes.
Okay,
whatever.
so, yeah.
They said it's what Flash sees. I go, what about that mountain? The whole movie, I turned to Tony.
Yeah.
So that mountain was on purpose when
Yeah.
Flash isn't even in the scene.
So
Like,
yeah, there's like the only part I can understand if he was defending was like the time travel. Yeah, the time travel, the chronosphere was the only thing that I could be like, oh, it's like supposed to look clay-like because it's like the time being like turned into sand or whatever. Fine, but that doesn't explain the rest of the movie. You know what I mean? Like all the other scenes where you're like,
The battle with Zod.
yeah.
Gross.
and even the actor who played Zod said the potential of Zod was not met in this movie. He goes,
Yeah.
I feel like I was like the character, they did an injustice to that
Well,
character.
Wow.
it's what did you say?
Well, so Zod in this movie is done like Donald Trump and Donald Trump versus the Illuminati.
Indicted.
They indicted me. They have like the thing over his face,
Yeah.
and then his face is under it, and
Oh, yeah,
under it,
that's
his
right.
face just looks really weird, gross, and fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though the actor
was
is
there. Yeah, that was very strange.
I
It
was
very
upset
strange.
because I was like, how could CW shows do the CGI better than this movie did? How could the Superman and Lois show do better than this movie.
For a lower budget.
Wow.
The new
Yeah,
one,
less
that's why I go-
episodes, and most of the cast is gonna be supporting, not main actors. yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I liked it the way it was, but that's none of my business.
Yeah.
Apparently, the fans have nothing to do with anything. So,
Wait,
Everybody's
in
just
terms of
angry
what are
at
you talking
Ezra
about?
Miller.
in terms of James
I like the
Gunn,
movie.
I feel like
Yeah.
James Gunn's like thinks he knows.
Well, James Gunn had.
I'm just saying. I think he needs to listen to fans, and that's when movies get really good. Is when you actually listen to the people who watch the movies. It's none of my business, though.
I
Well-
think whatever he did with this movie
That's all I have to
at
say.
the very end.
Yeah.
Well, we're keeping spoiler free, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that aspect of it was to make people be like, oh, now we don't really want to.
Yeah, it's like closing off the book of the Zack
Yeah,
Snyder
it is.
universe.
Keep it spoiler free and then spoiler warning
Okay.
a little later.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot that this is coming out later.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, the YouTube one. Yeah, YouTube will definitely come out later.
and we had we might have banked another. This is coming out like a week after we recorded it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's good then. But all right, so when we do come to spoilers, we'll give a warning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like this movie had a lot of trouble because there were so many different plans that people didn't know what to do with this movie, and like you could kind of see like how it was at the end, like what it was struggling to try to do, because you're like, what was it really trying to do here? But I like the overall plot of it. I like how they brought Michael Keaton back. I think they did a good job with him and like his whole experience with like, because they kind of show like what happens if Batman wasn't needed anymore. So we get to kind of see that, and it was very interesting to see that and like how he deals with that. Also like the concept of the chronosphere, I thought was a pretty cool concept, and kind of even the way they portrayed it was like, oh, that's different. We never seen time travel in that kind of way before, which is pretty cool.
I think they there's certain emotional parts that you want to have that feeling of like, I feel bad because I know Flash as a character.
Mm-hmm.
There was only one part of the movie where you're like, okay, I have feelings, or like I feel bad, is when like, I don't want to even spoil it, but like one of the end parts where like he, obviously we all generally know that everything that everybody does has to be walked back as like a non-spoiler, but that walking back was this only sad part that I felt like any emotion in that movie.
There was a few times because I actually felt bad for other Barry from like past Barry, because even when he's saying like, you're taking me on this journey I didn't even want to be on.
Yeah.
And now you're like telling me like
I can't do this. Yeah.
So like I felt that too. I was like, oh man.
I mean,
like,
I felt bad, but like emotional. Like this is a guy who's like distraught by like his mom dying. Like I want to feel. I know it's asking for a lot. I want to feel the same emotion I feel like when Superman sees his dad, like during that tornado when he sees his dad like die, or that
I
whole.
thought that scene was silly and made me laugh.
I don't know.
Because he's like, "Don't save me." He's like, "I could fucking save you." He's like,
Yeah. There's certain scenes where like I want that same impact
Nobody would know.
of I may be asking for a lot, but like this movie was delayed a lot, and I didn't walk in having high expectations, but like you delay it a lot, I thought you would fix some stuff.
No.
Can I say something really quick? Because I want to address something that you said earlier with like the comics and stuff. Whenever you compare these movies to the comics, you're gonna have an issue.
Yeah.
Because like even Civil War, you compare to the comics, like Iron Man and Marvel and all that stuff, and people kind of get past that.
Yeah.
So Flash, this is not a movie that's called Flashpoint.
Right.
Yeah.
This is not a movie that said, "Hey,
True.
this is like." Of course, we know it's following the plot of Flashpoint. But
Yeah.
like Marvel was literally called Civil War.
And it
you don't
didn't
have
really-
people like saying,
Up
"Oh,
in
well, this is
arms."
not-
Yeah.
Marvel was called the Winter Soldier," and you're not like, "Oh, you know what?"
Yeah.
So when you're comparing this movie, I think what it should be compared to is like the DC movies that have been released so far.
Yep.
And I like this movie more than
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
it more than Black Adam.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it more than Man of Steel. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it more than Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
'cause you
It's a
start
good
saying
movie.
that, like,
Yeah.
Like
No-
it is a good movie. It's just certain things I was like expecting. Like I personally was disappointed in CGI, and I don't know if I can get. I don't know if I can get past the CGI. Like I got past it the second time because I expected it walking in. So if you're walking into this movie, don't expect to get the same CGI.
Yeah.
If you walk into that way, you can go, okay. You know, like the second time viewing it, I liked it more than the first time viewing it.
Yeah.
Because I can get past all the issues.
And I think it's like, again, like you mentioned, it's the mindset of going into the movie. It's like, you got to think of this as, it's a standalone thing. It's not exactly like the comic. It takes inspiration, sure. Yeah. But that's what all the movies do, is they take inspiration.
I'm not disappointed because I'm not a huge fan of Flash. Like I've never read his comics. I don't know the lore. I'm not. It's just like I was like, it's. I don't know because I'm watching it and I'm like, there's certain scenes where like you look at his face. I don't know if you notice, and you're like, what is going on with his face? I go
because there's two of them, and one of them looks really fake in CGI sometimes.
It almost
and then that's the actual actor. So it's
it almost feels like. The movie was good. The plot was good. I liked the story of it was good. I feel like somebody spat in my face.
Wow.
Not so much the movie.
It's a good movie. Someone just spit in my fucking face.
Was it in 4DX?
It's not. That's not what I'm mad at. I'm mad at the fact that the studio itself. I'm not mad at the movie.
Yeah.
The plot was good. Whoever wrote it was good. I'm mad at the studio that they watched that and thought that I was going to be like, us as viewers, we're going to be like, this is great. And then they had the nerve to come out and go, this is the best DC movie we've ever made.
I mean, better than the other movies,
But I mean, like, talk about like The Dark Knight.
They didn't make that. We're talking about
we're talking the DC
Snyder stuff,
DCEU. I was about to say, but still, it's like you had time to go back.
Wonder Woman was really good, though.
You can't make a Flash movie like The Dark Knight either.
You can't.
What makes The Dark Knight good is that it's like, oh, this is like grounded in he's doing all these gadgets.
It's not grounded.
Cool. Like the Joker's an actual crazy person.
Yeah.
But when you have someone who can run through time and like his villains shoot cold and hot guns,
I feel like they just
hard to fucking
I feel like
that.
they just wanted to get this out of the way so they could continue on. Like
I think that's why they didn't care too much about the effects. They were like, okay, we're gonna be doing these other movies. This movie's been delayed a whole bunch. We've had a lot of directors. It's the last one. Who cares?
Yeah, we're not spending any more money on this.
I think I'd be more angry if I spent money on this ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It was a good plot. The plot was good. It's like the visuals is what gets people.
Oh, I didn't mind it. I think it adds. I don't know. I thought it was
halfway
more
through
fun.
The movie,
well, I saw a lot of the visuals though.
True.
But I saw the whole baby scene that I loved.
The
because
baby scene was fun. I wanted like that, and then like the running scenes where he ran
made me think of Link Car, which was hilarious and fun.
They made fun of it halfway through the movie. I like that.
That was great.
Thank God they did that because that kind of forgave me forgiving them for that.
What they show in the movie too is not too much of a spoiler, but they show that like
Barry, get into it now if you want.
Okay. So Barry,
spoiler warning. Spoiler alert.
I'm just talking about his running.
but
we might go into more. Yeah.
Oh, I skipped to the next topic, which will also be spoiler heavy on Across the SpiderVerse.
I'll talk about his running too.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah, it's all about the running.
It's all about it's the Flash. It's all about running. But in this movie, like they even said in Justice League, he practiced the way he ran to be more like an Olympic runner.
Yeah.
And when the other Barry gets the powers in this movie, he's running like a normal person would run. And you could see like, oh, that's because he doesn't have the technique yet. He doesn't know how to improve it. So I think that's like a little cool thing too.
No, definitely.
I also feel like the Speedy Gonzalez thing where
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I was like,
he's like, we've done Speedy Gonzalez. Don't do Speedy Gonzalez.
Like, wait a minute. I like the comedy in it. The comedy was funny. I liked
a fun movie.
How the actor acted. The one scene I was hysterical at the first time I saw it was when the girls stopped, because you showed me that meme. The meme where the girls stopped, all I saw was him turning in my mind and going, oh.
I did not forget his crimes after this.
No, I didn't forget his crimes.
It did not make me forget his crimes. No. I just feel like whether that tainted my view on things. Like yes, he deserves praise because he's a good actor. But when does that, stop?
But why am I going to shit on an entire movie?
I'm not shitting on an entire movie.
Michael Keaton never did anything
I said the plot was good. I actually wish when we saw like the fighting scenes with Batman in it, I was like, I want to see more of this.
Yeah,
I'm more interested.
The whole beginning was like a Justice League like episode. It was really cool.
I was like, I want to see more of like all the Batman, like Ben Affleck's Batman. The way they did his stuff, I was like, that was really cool. The way they did Michael Keaton's fighting stuff, I was like, this is really cool. I love Flash, but like I feel like Batman is more of an interesting character for me, whether it's
that's everybody.
Again, that's
Batman
just
movies do good.
Yeah,
that's why I said I was like, I want to see more of this, and then it moves over, and I was like,
I think part of that's because Batman's a human, right? Like, and we all. What? You didn't know that?
A human being.
Uh-oh. But like, we associate with Batman more because he's the one who doesn't have powers, and in a team of people that have powers, so we're all gonna associate. Batman. Like, so
I also
that's
feel like
part
that
of it.
middle part of the plot where like. Spoilers again. Where they switch powers. I go, why did that?
The Spider-Man 2 effect.
Yeah. I was like, why did that need to be? You could have got the same effect by keeping them the way that they were.
Two reasons why they did that. One, we never saw his origin story.
Yes.
So we got to finally see his origin story.
That was cool. I like that because it's not like Batman where you're seeing it over and over. And thank God they didn't do that again.
In a creative way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where he's literally saying like, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
But you're seeing it through another lens.
Yeah.
And thank God they did not flash back to the Batman story. I was like, I'm good for the rest of my life. Thank you.
And the second reason was, it was three, right? The second reason is because for the story element of it, it's like, okay, how would Barry, who had never experienced the trauma, work with these powers?
Yeah.
And we got to see that. And
I did like that. I feel like they both could have had the powers at the same time.
Well, see, no, that's the other thing that I think that they did on purpose. Because if he had the powers, he doesn't need the other Barry.
True.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
he could just go. He could just go back to his present time.
Okay, I'm done.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, that was gonna be my third point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely watching it a second time made me like rethink certain plots where I'm like certain plots where you're like, why would they do that? And then you watch it again, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a few things. When I even was watching the movie the very first time, and he's like, I gotta go back in time. I could do this, and I was like, okay, he's just moved the camera so he could see his dad, and then his dad won't be going to jail. He's like, no, I got to go further back. I got to give my mom some soup.
Her tomatoes for her Sunday sauce.
The thing that got me is like, I walked away going, I walked away going, this man didn't learn anything.
My sauce.
And I know that's a Flash attribute. For me, like, I can see Flash being like, I could see Flash being like slightly impulsive, where like he learned that lesson and immediately turned back on that lesson and did exactly what it's the same thing.
So,
it's the same thing.
Okay.
It is the same thing. It is changing somebody's fate and expecting different results.
Right. But, okay, so, all right, two things. I really like the way that they explain the multiverse in this version of it. And they even kind of poke fun of Marvel's way of doing the multiverse, where he's like, you might have seen a movie where they say there's a branching path when you change something. It's like, that's not how time works. Because time's not linear. And so if you make a change in the present, it'll affect the past and the future. Because time is not linear.
That makes more sense in the context of like time traveling and stuff more than like the Loki show makes sense.
Yeah, and then so the other thing he said is like, and then there's fulcrum points, which is what the Spider-Verse calls canon events. The same concept.
It literally is the same thing. I wonder if they talked to each other and said, "You're gonna put this." You're gonna put this.
So they're saying that the way they intersect is where you get these fulcrum points. So Barry came to understand certain fulcrum points. One of them being that his mom has to die. I think that he was under the assumption that his father not having to stay in jail was not going to be a fulcrum point. So it's like, oh, okay, if I can change something. Let me at least try to get my dad, like move forward with my dad. So that was why he was like, oh, let me just move the cans of soup. I think that's why he did that. I think if he knew that was a fulcrum point too, then it would be like, okay, well, I can't change that either. But I think that's why he thought of it that way.
Yeah. And he's kind of got to like accept and live with the changes that he made this time.
Yep.
It's not like he's like, oh, well, I don't
Let me go
like
change
that
it again.
this is
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Let me go back and just fix that too.
In general, I like the plot of the movie. I had no fault with like the story of the movie, and that's like the base of the movie. So in general, it did rank higher than a majority of almost all of what DC has put out.
Yeah.
To put out. And also because I walked in with like zero expectations of anything, getting different things that different people are saying, like, oh, it's bad, it's good, it's bad, it's good.
Apparently Stephen King liked it too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, he likes watching movies. I could tell. He's like, this is a good movie. Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are being critical because of Ezra Miller, which
it's hard. As a human being, it's hard to not judge somebody and let it transverse into like
everybody.
Yeah.
You can.
That's like saying you can't watch any
do.
Disney movie because Disney himself was what? He was a Nazi sympathizer.
He may or may not have made some Nazi content.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest enterprise ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to explain to Disney everything you remember of Disney, other than the really old like princesses like Snow White and stuff. I go, Disney was dead by then.
Yeah, but Mickey
Disney
Mouse
was dead. Besides Mickey Mouse.
Goofy.
I said
the last
really
movie
old
worked on
stuff.
was
Donald
the
Duck
Jungle
became
Book.
a Nazi.
Yeah.
Donald Duck.
Again, I said the old stuff, guys. I go, other than the old stuff, like all the Beauty and the Beast, he was gone by then.
Yeah, but if people didn't watch it because of his viewpoints, then we wouldn't have anything now.
No.
That would have.
That's everybody. Everybody was racist back then. You can't throw that out. Everybody was racist.
I don't know about everybody.
Not everybody, but a majority. They had different viewpoints than we have now. Correct?
Even 20 years ago, people have different
Thank you.
viewpoints.
Yeah.
than
You
we do
can't
now.
judge.
Yeah.
You
Last year.
You can't
Drastically
judge
changed.
our views right now based on their views.
No.
Man. It just doesn't click.
What we're saying today could be taken out of context and be
Yes.
like, get out of here.
Burn the witch.
I bet there's
Burn
some people
her.
that are gonna be like, oh, they watched the Flash movie even though Ezra Miller did this stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
those people are criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand, but
people that
I
have
can
that
judge him
viewpoint.
in my personal life. I don't need it to translate to a movie.
I could think he's a shitty person and think
Yeah.
the movie was good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not even like he was a shitty person. I think he had issues. He has
Yeah, I
mental
think he's got
issues.
stuff that he needs therapy about.
Yeah.
He's getting it too.
The weird way that people respond to success, and it's like some rock stars that fall into drugs and like really messed up shit. It's like you can't deny that there was really messed up shit. I don't know if the person should be in jail or prison. I don't think they should have this type of
Like platform.
fulfilling in a movie though.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
It's like people don't want them to have the platform, like to like, oh, I did this specific crime. I'm gonna play in this big movie, make a lot of money, and not get away with it. But it's kind of like he kind of like brushed by it, and he went and got help, and he's not held accountable for like. So kids, like people in younger generations, watch that, and those are the people who got famous and make money. So they're like, do I have to do that to make money? Some sick people.
Well, that's
Do I
where
have
the
to do
parents
that
come
to
in.
make money? Yeah.
And your upbringing.
Yeah. I
Some
mean,
people's parents aren't the greatest.
To me, that Ezra Miller got the ultimate reward, which is they were able to make this movie and not have to travel around the world advertising.
Yeah.
That's like everyone's least favorite part.
Yeah.
And they were completely off the hook about it.
Yeah, but now the performance is not doing as good already. You know, it's having an effect on the movie too. Which now that might affect him in any other future projects as well.
There was a certain part in the movie where I turned to Tony and went, did they use somebody else's voice and change it? Where he started speaking really, really fast. Like if you watch it a second time, you're going to see he spoke very, very fast in one, like when they're in the sphere, the bubble.
Chronosphere.
There's one part, did you notice that? There's
I didn't
one
notice
part
it, no.
that it's like almost like they changed his voice or made it higher, or if somebody else spoke and they tried to make it sound like his voice. And I was like, okay, was this the part where he was a bad person outside of this movie where they couldn't film him?
I think, well, yeah, they did reshoots,
The reshoots?
after anyway.
That's
Yeah, they
what
did a
I'm
lot of
saying. Was there a
reshoots.
reshoot that was needed and he wasn't available?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
I think you could tell from his hair sometimes when they did reshoots. Like at the very end, he's got very different hair.
Yeah.
But I know that's silly, but
It makes
there's
sense.
a few parts of this movie where I was like, as an actor, that could have definitely like effed you up trying to do like the role that they're having you do. Because when he's like running around town naked and destroying things, and I'm like, this is the same guy that choked that lady.
I was like, this is the same guy that was jumping in people's houses
I'm
like a crazy
that's
person.
him.
Yeah.
I'm like, did this do that to him? Like this part?
I'm surprised they didn't cut. I'm surprised they didn't cut that part for like just the fact that he actually did that in real life.
I was like, yeah, I think this did it to him.
yeah.
played
You never
those
know
very
because
different roles.
it does affect you as an like when you're an actor. That I mean,
or whether he had it to begin with and it just
it could have been
maybe
exasperated.
The overworking,
Yeah.
being exhausted made him go downhill. It literally could be literally anything.
Yeah.
But the question is, what's Amber Heard's excuse?
Yeah, she's still going to be in Aquaman 2 or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
Not interested. Not like I'm judging her. I'm not interested. It's just fine.
Have, like,
Aquaman 1 was awesome.
I want Emma
Aquaman
Clark.
was good.
I want the girl who played Daenerys to be
Whoa.
Mira. That's who I really want.
Emilia Clarke,
We only get to watch her in Secret Invasion this upcoming.
Oh, that's not what I
Yeah.
want.
Sorry.
That's not what I want. They could have easily just did that and changed the actress, and everybody would have been none the wiser.
Yeah, they could deep fake her now to just look a little different. Who
Especially-
cares?
Yeah.
They could
These
literally do
multiverse
that,
things
and
and the
people would
change.
understand why they did that.
Butterfly effect.
Is she gonna show up to the thing because she's living in Spain now?
Well, if she's a mermaid and she has a Starbucks cup behind her like chair, then it's kind of
literally.
within character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't know.
Did the movie set up sequels or a sequel?
They set up Aquaman.
Are they set for the DC universe as we are told? It is?
What it did is it explained why we have a multiverse.
And it said,
Okay, Neil deGrasse.
That's what I felt like watching this.
it
movie.
also said, you don't want to see this world anymore.
Yeah, it kind of like it was like this is the end of Zack Snyder stuff,
Yeah,
basically.
and they made sure it was the Zack Snyder universe that they're like, we're ending this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
to that
They-
aspect, yeah.
It sounds like they destroyed a whole universe.
Oh, man.
Louis.
So
Yes, they did.
spoiler alert, because like they play off like going back in time and like altering everything. Well, that one thing
Yeah.
makes all this chain of events and like it's catastrophic. But I think like the very end is like what they altered again was more catastrophic than
Then the world-ending
Yeah.
catastrophe.
I'm like, just let the world end. We don't need that.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I don't know.
But it's also really funny to me. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm like,
it
all the
was
movies are
funny.
canon.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
They
Well,
make
a version of the movies, I
Nope,
guess,
they're
right?
all canon. It's got to be.
Even the Michael Keaton version was still a different version than the '89 Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, they made
Yeah.
sure you saw that, but at the end, no, that's different. There was
That's
nothing. There was
different.
nothing to tell you that that's not him.
Why do I
That's
feel like
true.
he hasn't? Why do I feel like he hasn't aged? I looked at him. I went, "You
Michael
age
Keaton.
at all?"
Sunscreen.
Yeah, sunscreen.
Michael Keaton
Paul Rudd
too.
effect.
Also,
Did you guys grab nuts for and snack on them during the movie? So you could want to get nuts. Let's get nuts.
I feel like
I
that.
wish I
I
did.
said
I
that
brought some
line
fruit
could have
snack.
been moved to when he was like fighting them in the kitchen. He could have jumped on the table and said, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." That would have made more sense than the line that they.
Yo, they had a Ratatouille
Like,
fight
threw
scene
in
in this
there.
movie.
Sort
Yeah.
of, yeah.
And I also like that fight scene. I feel like that was like very like grounded
Yeah.
and but was like that's what he would do if he found somebody in his kitchen.
Yeah.
But I also feel like that line was 100%. They're like, you have to squeeze that line.
So
There's
they-
a couple of them.
Oh yeah, go.
I was gonna say like, you hungry? That's when he talks to Vicky Vale in the first Batman '89 movie. How much do you weigh? Also from Vicky Vale when he was trying to bring her up in the grapnel.
Oh, I didn't get any of that
Yeah.
because I'm not.
You want
I
Pat
mean, I
Milk and
watch it,
cookies
but-
from Scooby Doo movies?
Yeah, when he said that, yeah.
Speaking, when is the next Scooby Doo movie coming out?
I
That's
don't
all
know.
I
He wore a
really
Scooby
care.
Doo shirt in the movie.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Mr. Machine as a child. That was cool.
I liked Michael Keaton in this. I think he also held the movie up. Also, I feel like
Interesting.
his acting was very good. I mean, very good meaning to the character that he was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him being on screen. I was like, I enjoy this nostalgia.
Yeah.
I liked when he was sewing himself back up, and then you saw that smile.
smiled.
He's like, "This is really what he wanted. He wanted to be Batman again, which is
Because
cool."
because Batman, you know, obviously has mental illnesses. We all know this. But like, who is Bruce Wayne without being Batman? There is
Yeah.
no separation between them both.
Yeah.
You know.
When
Or
he
who
said
is
"Let's
Batman
get
without-
nuts," Ray said "Let's get nuts." Gianna said "Let's get nuts," and then we both looked at each other. We went, "Let's get nuts." So
I can't believe that was actually in the movie.
yeah,
Usually those iconic things aren't anywhere to be found.
it was
Meow.
fantastic.
I feel like they shouldn't have advertised it though. They should have been like, "This is a surprise." I wanted certain character. I know they had to advertise for people to come to the movie.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
But I also wanted a surprise character to be like, like I missed that.
I
Like,
think Kara should have been a.
Yeah.
Kara should have definitely
Yes.
been a surprise. That would have been
They act
awesome.
Like it was.
Yeah.
I think they should have done the fake out and showed like clips of like Superman, and it wasn't Superman.
Yeah.
That's what they
Should've done that.
tried to make it be like. Oh, is that skinny?
Is that- is that Skinny
Lord,
Clark?
no,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
is.
Because in the
Yeah.
comics, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skinny Clark.
Yeah. And I also think I really like the scene with Supergirl when she was like, "Oh, what did you do to Cal?" And
really
that was
love
awesome.
That,
that was
that
really
emotion
cool.
in that scene. I was
Yeah.
like, when she got angry, I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Did you feel
like,
that?
I felt that. I was
You said
like,
you felt nothing else.
Oh my
You
god.
lied.
"You're right.
You lied, Rachel.
You're right." Now
Let's
thinking
get
back,
nuts.
you're right. That there were certain scenes where I was like that one. I mean, emotionally wise, for Barry, like feeling like upset as he is. Like if you're conveying that like sadness that he has, like certain scenes. I like that last scene that he had where he has to reverse everything he did.
Yeah.
And
But-
that was very sad because would you even be able to do that as like?
It was very yes.
Okay, Matt. All right, Matt. Thank you.
Immediately, you'd just be able to.
All right, whatever.
You have to come to terms with you could have changed it.
On the
but-
shelf you go. Oh my god.
Gotcha, Mom.
Gotta go
Do you-
fast.
also, do you think his mom knew? I have a feeling that she knew that was him. That's why she was like trying to look at his eyes. Because
She knew something was up.
Knew
Yeah,
that
she's like,
that was
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I think she knew that was him. I think she came to the acknowledgement that was him, whether she knew what the fuck was going on
Yeah,
or
she
not.
wouldn't have understood
No,
it.
she wouldn't have
She
understood
didn't
at all.
understand it, but
Yeah.
she was trying to look at his eyes. Remember, she was like,
Yeah,
trying to
'cause
look
she was
at
like,
him.
that
You
kinda
don't
looks like
change
my
that
kid.
much from a baby. Your face just gets bigger.
Yeah.
You know, like
But
your
if
face
AJ,
just looks
as
bigger.
an adult, came from the future and looked at
Yeah.
my face, I'd be like, no, you're not AJ.
Yeah, you're clearly not agent. You
You're
just
a
look.
fucking
Oh, you're
lunatic.
my
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you look like my boy? No, I'd be
I
like,
think
no, get out
maybe-
of here.
Yeah.
I think maybe in some like
But now I know if I ever see someone that looks like who could be my kid come up and put a can of soup
that's
in my
crazy.
in my
you're
cart.
crazy. You're speaking
Yeah.
crazy.
Or take it out.
Or take it out.
Put that back
Yeah,
in.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where'd my tomato soup go?
Yeah.
That's what I was like. That's crazy talk. You can't just
Yeah.
go up to somebody. Are you my kid?
My boy.
My boy.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna sneak tomato sauce into Tony's can every
Oh
time
my
we
god.
shop. You'd be like,
Should I have this or not have this? I don't know.
I just buy. I buy extra. I buy like 6 cans of tomato sauce.
And-
I have enough tomato sauce.
and whenever I go to the store, I'm gonna stare at the camera.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Make sure that they can see me here.
Yeah. No, but I thought it was really. I really enjoyed it. It was really a really fun ride.
Yeah, it was fun. Detach when you go in.
You guys had nothing to talk about for the whole movie. I was surprised. Just this movie generated no podcast conversation.
exactly.
Yeah, I know, right? It was crazy.
Damn.
Missed opportunity.
All right. So the next thing on the itinerary is the movie that came out a week or two prior, which is the Spider-Man Across the SpiderVerse movie.
Yeah.
Big time spoiler
Made
warning.
me feel
What's
very
up,
sick.
Matt?
Nothing. I couldn't believe the CGI in this movie. Everything looked like a cartoon.
I thought it was supposed to be. I thought it was supposed to be live action.
I was like, what the hell is this?
It's fucked up.
You were saving that up because if you thought of that on the spot, bro, you're beyond a genius. That was so fucking.
That was awesome.
What's going on? with this fucking-
These superhero movies,
Yeah.
they just they get their
quality
CGI
just
together.
going.
Yeah, the whole time we're talking about Flash
Where'd
being
the
ugly,
budget
you're just
go?
like,
Yeah.
this whole fucking movie looks like a cartoon.
Oh my god.
That one Donald Glover.
Yeah, what the hell happened there?
They completely forgot to put the cartoony effects in.
Tell what they ran out of money.
So much reshoots. They just have to turn everybody into a cartoon again.
Yeah, what the hell?
Crazy.
Oh my god. But very good movie. Very, very good movie.
It was awesome.
Multiverse done right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
To be honest, this is the way a multiverse movie should be.
Yep.
And they did very good on this movie. I really appreciated that, and I had fun. This movie was fun. I love seeing all the different Spider-Men and how different
And
things
Spider-Girls.
and Spider-Girls and women and pregnant women and it
Spider
was
Bonitas.
bonita.
Oh my god. Spider people.
Whoa.
I loved it. I honestly liked it. I even liked this one, I think, better than the first one. And that, it just got better and better. And it was good. I literally, other than it's spinning around a lot and making me very motion sickness. I don't
took
know if
your
you felt
Dramamine?
that way when you watched it. I literally was. I was already having like vertigo before I got in that movie,
Wow.
and that was. I literally some scenes I had to look at Tom and be like, I'm just gonna look at you because you're stationary. It's like I just have to look at you, but
Maybe you shouldn't watch Trump versus the Illuminati. A lot of spinning shots. in
There's
that.
a
Oh, but
lot-
there's slow spins.
Okay,
There's
okay.
Is that-
slow
is
spinning
spins.
the
that
whole-
But
better
then
or
again,
worse?
Doctor Strange
There's
also
slow
made me feel
spins.
that way too. With the certain scenes that they had with the spinning, also made me. I want to be stationary at all times, please.
Maybe you have a seat that rotates at the screen. It'll help you
I
out.
die.
Oh my god.
That way you feel like it's not moving.
He's sitting in an office chair.
You know, spinning has always gotten me. If it was the teacups or if it was any ride that was just spinning then like stationary, done. Tire swing, over.
Yeah, the movie was very impressive. It was the kind of thing where it's like I felt like it took a little while for like the plot to get going, but everything that they did was still like
fun.
a feast for the eyes.
Yeah.
Like Gwen's world was just gorgeous looking,
Yeah.
and so it's like I didn't care because I was just having such a fun time watching it and just like taking it all in. And once finally like the plot was set in place, I was in. I mean, I give the movie a lot of credit. I feel like it took these logical, not even like hiding story plots that still surprised me. I was like, oh wow, like there was at least 2 or 3 parts of the movie where it's like a complication happened that like felt extremely organic, made sense, but still surprised me. And I don't know, that's like more than most movies do for me these days. So I give it a lot of credit, and I like it at least as much as the first one. I feel like it's like a true continuation of like the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they were very accurate to the comic books for Gwen. Very. I was like, okay, all right, I'm happy with this. Reading the comics, I think it was the style of her world was like the style of the newer comic books. I was very happy with that. Like I walked away being like, I have no complaints about this movie.
It was wild. All the different animation style, it seemed like. Plus,
I
it
love
was
it.
they had shots that looked like they were ripped out of a comic book. And just,
Yeah. No, so when I was watching the movie, at the very beginning of the movie, I was like having a hard time. The Gwen part I liked. I thought was really cool. And then it went to Miles, and I feel like it slowed down a lot. And then it went to the other world after they go through the spot and all that. And that first world, too, I'm like, what is happening? Like, are we following him the whole movie? Are they going to be chasing Spot the whole movie?
Right.
Like, what's the vibe here? And then they go to the other Spider-Man stuff, and then I'm like, oh, this is crazy. This is cool. So there was a part of the movie that I was like, am I not into this? Like, but then it definitely picked up and got better. So
I like
Yeah.
Spot.
yeah, Spot was
Yeah,
fun.
it was so
Love
funny.
Spot was great.
Spot. Yeah, it was very nonchalant voice acting too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the movie theater that night, like when they got to the scene in the very end where it just like forgot that there was a part 2, and they were like, what's going on? And they were very upset. Like in the movie theater, they forgot that there was a part 2 to it.
That was one of the things I read online where people were like, just as it was getting good, they cut it. 3 out of 10. I was like,
Wow.
I'm like, oh, damn. Am I going to like this movie? I
Wow.
did.
Yeah,
Take
good.
that 3 out of 10.
It was a good movie.
yeah.
Ooh,
I liked
awesome.
it. I specifically was like already on board because of the beginning part of the Gwen part. As the comics, I was like immediately on board. I was like, yes, that happened, that happened, that happened. Certain parts of it, and then they got to like her dad. That never happened in the comics.
Oh,
but
damn.
it's fine. I mean, her dad is a cop, and he doesn't know that, but they never run into each other, and they never really like find out that she's like
that
part
specific
was-
part?
Yeah, whatever. But I don't really care. That didn't really impact my view on that part.
So it's very similar to Flashpoint in terms of like the fulcrum canon event stuff where it's like this has to happen, otherwise the whole world gets destroyed. So you understand Miguel's point of view of like, oh, bro, your dad's got to die. Like, so I understand that point. It almost seems like though because Captain Stacy said he was going to quit. Does that now mean that somehow that makes him safe? Because then if
That's what they implied.
yeah, but then that defeats the whole idea of the canon event.
But what if he dies from eating a burrito?
Well, no, the new captain she'd become friends with, and
then he would have to die, right? Yeah.
After eating a burrito.
Yeah. The burrito
Somebody
would kill him.
have to die.
Yeah.
So they should just appoint like I don't know,
a burrito czar.
Yeah, like a cactus captain, and just be like, kill the cactus. Be like, oh,
Right?
I think Norman Osborn is
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Dr. Octavius?
Yeah, and I love him so much.
Yeah. He is my best friend.
Whatever strings I have to pull to make that shit happen.
Yeah.
But also, they imply that they know like what happens in the future as well for them too, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like a web. Yeah, yeah.
It's like Miles, he's gonna die in like 2 days.
Yeah.
I was like,
Also, I have a question. So, you know how in every Spider-Man, Uncle
Ben,
dies?
yeah.
Miles, his uncle died.
yeah, that's
Shouldn't
it.
that been the focal point that always has to happen?
Well, it's the
Yeah.
uncle
it is.
and the captain.
Oh.
He gets
okay.
two.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. I was like, wait a minute. I
Everybody
was like,
gets
his
two.
uncle
Yeah.
died.
Wait till they find out
Oh,
about
and
the Gwen
Gwen.
Stacy
Oh.
event.
Right?
But didn't they do that in the first where he said, my Gwen died? Didn't he say that? I could swear.
Yeah,
to God.
Peter
Yeah,
did say
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he did. Yeah. But not every Gwen dies because Gwen Poole, it's Peter that dies.
Mm-hmm.
So the fulcrum's different for her.
Peter dies in Spider-Gwen too.
That's
Or
what I'm saying.
Ghost
That's-
Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
He dies. He was the one who didn't get the powers.
Right.
It was all like that, but
It's reversed for her.
Reptile man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Laser.
She really like is really, 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 really like in the comics, very hard on herself for that happening. Like way harder than she is in the movie. Like that he died. Like that was as bad as Gwen dying in Spider-Man. It was equal.
And she's pretty beat about in the first movie too.
Yeah.
She had her time to complain about
Harder.
Yeah, she had a time.
In the comics, it was like even harder.
She got over it now. She's
it.
got
She had a movie and a half.
Yeah.
He died. Yeah, everyone. That's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's got someone that dies.
Yeah.
Get
Deal
over
with
it.
Yeah. Basically.
Deal
yeah.
with it. We all had somebody die.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now this one, it's like someone's going to die. Get over it.
there you go. Yeah, get over it.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw someone complaining online. They're like, shouldn't more Spider-Men be behind like Miles, and, like early on, when they're like, yeah, like Spider-Man who also haven't experienced it yet, or stuff like that.
I guess, right?
Shouldn't they also be like, oh man, he's kind of got a point.
Yeah, I was like, so everybody agreed with that
Just
guy and
Spider-Punk.
nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Spider-Punk, yeah.
Yeah. I like how Spider-Punk was like
Yeah.
faded into the background. I
Yeah,
was
he's like, I'm
okay.
out.
Yeah.
That's maybe more people did that, and we didn't see that, and that's where the next movie takes place, where they're all like,
The Lego one.
where they're,
Oh my god.
where they're all
God.
agree.
You're one of the best of us.
That,
Yeah, that was
And
amazing.
he was in the chase scene. I didn't catch that.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Did you hear a
He's on
12-year-old
top
did
of the
that
little
scene?
car. And he's
you-
like this big.
Did
Oh
you
my
see
God.
a 12-year-old did that scene? And that's
Yeah.
why they
Yeah, the
kept it in
12-year-old,
because
yeah.
they sent it in or something
Yeah.
like that.
That's
and he was
awesome.
like, wow, that's really cool. that they
Yeah,
did
it's
it.
someone who like I guess made like Lego-ish animations on YouTube.
He
or
did.
something.
He did a the preview or not
trailer?
The trailer. He replicated the trailer as Lego.
Yeah.
And the guy was
That's
so
cool.
impressed that the director that he was like,
It's awesome.
put it in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw child labor laws.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, does that literally mean that the movie wasn't done and they had the trailers out?
Whoa.
That's what it seems like. Yeah. Yeah.
What if they just squeezed it in there?
Yeah. I guess it happens a lot of the time when the movie's not completely done, but that's a pretty
Bold.
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah. It's pretty early in the movie.
Yeah. That's
Hmm.
interesting.
But yeah, no, I it's interesting because they almost point out that like Miles is different because it's not even his spider that bit him. So it's like you're in a complete anomaly. So like I guess that's why all the other Spider-Man like they understand what's going on, but for him he's like, "Oh, I'm different, so I can do something different." But how that pays out in the future, we're not sure yet, but it's I think the way the second movie goes is it's gonna be hard to come with like a conclusion that's gonna be satisfactory because it's gonna be like either he's got to come to terms with it and then his dad's got to die, or they're gonna say because he's special that it's gonna be different. But then that's gonna
Or he destroys all that canon event web stuff, and that's why there's a Madam Web movie.
that's true. That could definitely happen. Yeah. Yeah, because they are gonna have a Madam Web movie, and she's the one that's like behind like the Web of Destiny and stuff like that. So yeah, that's definitely possible. But then you got to rely on the Madam Web movie to try to put things back together, and who knows how
Sony,
that's
they
gonna...
always do that. They're like, oh, we're gonna move MCU Vulture over here,
Yeah.
and Venom is in the MCU. No, he's not.
Yeah.
So,
Just kidding.
Yeah.
so I feel like they could do that no problem. Like, yeah, we're gonna rely on this. No, we're not. Let me take it back. Yeah, all secrets revealed in Venom 3.
Whenever that comes out.
Venom 3 is going to be the best
Tomorrow.
movie of all time. Yeah.
I can't wait. I love Venom.
Well, they actually said
Me too.
no.
I like him as a character.
They recently said that there's an untitled Sony Marvel movie for 2024, and then another one for 2025 that they just said that they just said untitled, but they did have those release dates. So people think Venom 3 is going to be the November 2024 one, and then Spider-Man 4 would be the other one.
Dang.
Or the other thing that people are worried about is like, oh, is it that the Spider-Verse 2 is being delayed to that time? That could be another thing that they might be worried about.
Also, they said that the guy who acted as Spider-Man,
Tom Holland
said, I will only come back if it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
No,
yeah.
Yeah, but he had to go into. He went
Harrison
into
Ford
like kind
says
of
that
a
too.
lead.
No,
he
on
went.
hiatus.
He went on a hiatus because he did that movie that didn't actually get received
Oh, I
well
thought
at
it was a
all.
show.
It was whatever it was,
Or something.
but it wasn't received well, and he was like,
Oh, no, I thought
That's
it was
everything
because...
he does that's not Spider-Man.
yeah, he's like, I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. No, it was
Doesn't he play like a
mentally
rapist
draining.
or
Yeah.
something?
He-
So he had to get
like
into
a
that
serial
mindset, and it
rapist,
was
yeah.
like really
So he had
rough.
to get into
Yeah.
mindset, and he was like, I need a break.
And it
I
didn't
don't-
do well.
Wow.
It
I
didn't
mean, that's
do
the
well.
perfect time to go back to being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something fun and not
Yeah.
sexually assaulting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Spider-Man 4 has a
Whoa.
And you get to
Hopefully
to
not.
play with you get to act with your future wife. Why would you not want to do that?
Are they
They're finally
engaged?
hitched?
Yeah, they're finally hitched.
Whoa.
That's what I thought.
Zendaya?
Tom Holland
Zendaya
was
and
I
Tom
didn't
Holland.
think so.
Let me look,
Are they
cool.
really? That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna
If
go
they're
right now.
not,
That could be the optimism corner fact.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that
My
was
question
an
is
awful
is Sony lately having a better superhero reputation than the main MCU? Because the main MCU is like, ha, Sony, we'll throw you a bone every now and then. Yeah, you got the rights to Spider-Man. We'll do like a little bit this and that with you. But now it's going to go the other way, be like, Sony,
Yeah.
can you put some of our characters in your movies?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, the way Marvel's going right now, it's a little upsetting. But
So this phase is...
yeah.
So the
The
rumor
new phase is
was.
just Guardians and Black Panther.
So the
Was?
rumor was.
Yeah, that's the new
Dang,
phase.
I thought there was more to it. All right,
Yeah.
then it's not
Well,
terrible.
no, so the one before was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, the one before sucked.
Yeah.
So the rumor was that they saw her with a ring, like a engagement ring on her hand, and there's nothing official that was announced, but
Maybe that's
they
why he's
said
taking
that
the
they're like-
hiatus.
You heard
Yeah.
it here first, guys.
Yep.
they said that they saw
Breaking
the ring,
news, everyone.
They saw the ring,
Rachel.
but they
Yeah.
didn't. They didn't like announce anything yet. But that's what they want. They want to live together, have a family. They've already stated that. So let me see.
I would love if articles now source this podcast. It's like,
Zendaya's already...
Zendaya and Tom Holland engaged, confirmed by Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
By Rachel's optimism corner.
That's what they saw. It was on her
Dang.
Instagram, and they saw it. She took a picture of her hand.
Definitely a ring on.
That is
Wow.
a
And
ring.
they were like,
Zendaya's nesting. She's already building the spider sack for their babies.
Oh,
The spiders.
Yeah.
very method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about
Euphoria.
Spider-Verse? We could go to the video game Spider-Man related news.
Yeah.
So you added that to our itinerary for today. I was like, this is old. I almost got rid of it. Like, oh wait, other people have access to our podcast itinerary now. So
Yeah. So they released the trailer and the the trailer for the new Spider-Man 2 game.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see it?
The symbiote Spider-Man stuff?
Oh, I thought that was DLC that they were adding to it.
No, that's
No,
Spider-Man
it's the Spider-Man 2 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be where you switch between Miles and Peter, and then so there's a few cool elements that they kind of released and teased about. So first they said, Venom is not gonna be Eddie Brock, right?
Norman.
Yeah,
Sorry, Harry.
Yeah.
Harry Osborn.
Harry
So-
the old experimentation.
that
Yeah.
makes sense though, but it's.
but
Yeah, they've done it before.
So, but some of the rumors are that it's not going to be Harry because the symbiote was in that tube and it didn't accept Harry. And when Norman put his hand towards it, the symbiote went towards Norman's
Oh,
hand.
so I accidentally said the right one?
Yeah, you accidentally might have said the
Nice,
right
that's
one.
familiar.
So,
Part of you knew.
Yeah, but people also think there's going to be more than one Venom because they're saying that the Spider-Man suit, the symbiote suit, is going to slowly make Spider-Man into Venom. So they're
He's fighting Venom on the. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And Black Cat's in this, right? Probably.
Yeah, Black Cat's going to be in
And
it.
there's also a symbiote
Again.
for Black Cat, too.
Whoa.
So.
Well, that's from Web of Shadows. We don't know if it's going to be in this game. Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You could switch at any time between either of the two Spider-Men.
Yes. So this.
What are the
So it's like
implications?
GTA.
Yeah.
So it's like that except for the missions.
Story missions where they force you to switch. That'll still happen. But then there's also going to be missions where you could do either one.
Oh, when you're kind of free range chicken Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, it means they're very much like
Yeah.
stuck to each other.
Yeah, they'd be like, don't worry, the story sucks. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think the one thing I was disappointed that there's no co-op because I feel like that would have been.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, it's been perfect. You got two Spider-Men in there. Would have been awesome.
Why is that so much work for them to do? Just like, aren't we there at this point? Games are so ambitious and able to do so much. Why can't you have two people, like fucking shit up in the game together?
Yeah.
That would have been so cool. But
Yeah,
you
at
know
least
what?
two.
Yeah.
I wonder if their reason is because of the plot.
Probably.
But, I mean, you could still do
You
like
could still-
missions and side stuff. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. But no,
And people would complain though. To be fair,
that's true.
it's like, oh, there's not even a main story. You just swing around, and do nothing with your friend.
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah. It's the balance that you got to try to reach. I think what game did it really well? The Army of Two, I think, did that really well. Where it was like the co-op campaign, and it was
That was
just
a big part. And the other one, the two prison people.
yeah, that was another good
That was
one.
a
That was
really
Prison
good
Break?
Yeah.
co-op game.
Yeah, the prison break. There's a show with Captain
Yes.
Cold.
With
Yeah.
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah. I need to break you out of this prison, Flash.
Oh man, yeah,
That's how he talks.
that is how he talks.
I hope he was in the movie. And they had to bring me back.
I heard some whispering about Elder Scrolls. Some whispering about it because remember they announced that they're making a new game.
Yeah,
The
from software, yeah.
Skyrim Elder Scrolls. They whispering about something like a trailer coming eventually. They've been working on it for a minute, so they said this is gonna be the last.
Whoa, Elder Scrolls
Game.
game?
That's what I heard. That the guy who made it said this is it
Yeah,
for
they'll bring it
Skyrim.
back at
Yeah,
some
no
point.
I know.
I always get
It'll
confused
get retro and they'll bring it back.
Elder Scrolls versus World of Warcraft. Are they the same thing?
No.
Oh.
Elder Scrolls is like an open world RPG kind
It's
of
Skyrim.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, did you ever play Fallout? Fallout's very similar, except that one's in a post-apocalyptic world.
I like that one too. The
Yeah,
lore of that game is
Fallout's
so
awesome.
depending on which one,
Coca-Cola.
but not the newest one, but the
In Elder Scrolls, you could be a vampire. and a
yeah, you
werewolf
could be
and
an
stuff like that.
assassin, you can
Yeah.
be a werewolf, and you get to choose. So you
Yep.
roam around.
Yeah, you could be
and
anything.
you have to do the missions to become that.
So is it like medieval times or
Yeah,
something?
Yeah,
it's
kinda.
like old world. Yeah,
you can
there's
get
dragons
like
and,
a wife
Skyrim.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You can have a house.
Yeah.
You get all this different armor.
That's what
it's
Elder Scrolls
all
Online, yeah.
Dragons.
So
you could have.
so Elder Scrolls and Skyrim are the same, or are they different
Yes, they're
too?
the same.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
actually
It's-
they're the
it's
sequels of
Skyrim,
each other.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
It's just a
okay.
branch of Skyrim.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I just
And
don't
they
know.
had Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the old
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Oblivion. That one was for Xbox 360.
Yeah,
They have one where you can play online too.
the Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, that was cool. I had that one, and then I had to make room before we got the
SSD.
yeah. So I was like, I have to delete all my progress because the update for it was as big as
Colossal.
the game.
Your progress is still there, saved on the cloud. When you re-download,
It wasn't. It wasn't on 5. It was the 4, PlayStation 4.
You have the cloud save data.
Really?
You guys do
Why didn't you
PlayStation
tell
Plus?
me?
Yeah, we have PlayStation Plus. I don't know if
You have
it.
the cloud
How
save
dare you?
But I don't know if we had it at the time.
I've been sad and mourning this
You
game.
might have
I
gotten our
played
hopes
so
up.
many hours on this
Also,
game.
deleting the game doesn't delete the application data, so you might still have the save data
And I,
regardless.
because we were gonna play. Actually, the Spider-Man game. the
I
first
just looked
Spider-Man
that up
game.
recently because I was like, I deleted something to make sure I have enough space, and I was like, I don't want to lose my progress if I come back one day.
I thought I lost everything. I deleted everything
Yeah, I
for
don't
the
think
Spider-Man
I
game.
think
Actually,
Alex
the
is
first
right,
one.
yeah.
The first Spider-Man game, I was like, they had no room, and I was like, all right. It wasn't like a huge deal, but it was a lot of progress.
You think the new Spidey game looks pretty?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
I think they look like they're. This is gonna sound gross. I think they look like they're wet all the time. They look like they're shiny.
They do. That is true. That is very true. Yeah, yeah.
Is that what modern games look like? They just look like they've been hosed down.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, we got a little sheen to ourselves, but we're not like wet.
Yeah, I mean, with the lights, you can see. Yeah, we do have like a shine to our faces.
I
but,
guess. I just think it's a little bit more.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
All the time.
Their clothes are glistening unless they're sequins.
It's always very humid over there.
But it's very shiny and pretty.
Yeah. It's always very.
It's always very humid over there.
Wherever that game takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! I'm excited to explore Queens.
Yeah. They have Queens now.
They have all the boroughs. Which is
Coney Island.
They have all the boroughs.
Is it the tri-state?
All the boroughs.
The tri-state.
I guess, but you can explore other places. So.
The suburbs.
The birds.
Just start swinging past our houses.
Like the city,
oh my god!
Brooklyn, like.
But they said, it's humongous.
Huge.
The Hamptons. Yeah. Upstate New York. Swing all the
Can't even swing.
Yeah. There's no.
As long as we get to reach the Canadian border, and they're like, you can't go beyond this point.
Yeah. Where's your passport?
Yeah. A very natural stopping
you
point.
have your shots.
And not for nothing, I want to be able to go in every single building, in every single room. If there's like a conference going on, I want to be able to sit in that conference with Spider-Man, and maybe people react like, "Oh my God, Spider-Man's here."
I want Spider-Man to have group homes in it. That way, you can walk in as Spider-Man and impress the people, make them happy.
They put a trick button in. You could interact with
Spider-Man can entertain kids at the hospital.
He does the little dance.
Make a Wish
the
Foundation.
Spider-Man dance.
They just input all the Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They can make him skateboard.
Whoa.
Like
That'd be
Spidey
cool.
Hawk.
Spidey Hawk. Wow. Yeah. That'd be impressive.
We're not gonna be disappointed by this game.
Oh, not at
all. All of this is gonna happen.
Yeah. I saw a really cool mod that was for the first Spider-Man game for the PC, where they put like a hyper realistic look to it, and it was like super impressive. I'm like, wow, this looks like I'm watching the movie. Like, that was really cool. I forgot what the name of the mod was, but it was something along the lines of like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and it looked like
watching the mods for like half the day.
It wasn't half the day.
You watched it in the car. I was like, all right, okay. They even have a.
Yeah, I was like,
Look out!
oh my god!
They even have a mod for. They have a mod for Black Cat and putting her in her symbiote suit.
She's a real
which is
cat.
cool.
She's a real cat. Yeah.
It's fucking big.
Eating like fancy food.
Spider-Man's just made of spiders.
That should be a mod. No, but a lot of games have like that realism mod.
Yeah.
But you just need a graphics card that
That can handle it.
run at like a million degrees outside.
Yeah.
So.
But no, it's cool. I'm excited to see where this game goes. I'm not excited for Kraven the Hunter, even though they say like he's one of the main villains. I'm like,
The
I don't.
movie or the...
I'm excited for the actor.
No,
who
the
plays him.
game
Oh yeah, shit.
I think I'd
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the actor who plays him. Who's playing him?
plays him the model of the game character.
Oh, the game character. No,
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I thought that somebody wanted him as live action.
Oh, the live action one you talking about? Oh yeah.
Look, if
Oh, I
I
forgot about
game.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Jared Leto.
yeah, he's Morbin all the time.
Yeah.
He's Morbin.
Morbid times flying through New York.
Shit, it's Morbin.
Oh yeah, I take back what I said about Sony being better. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like he was in.
No, I thought that movie knocked
I
it
was
out of the
getting
park.
That movie
Was he in Kick-Ass?
Wait, who?
Was that the lead guy in Kick-Ass or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
he's Quicksilver.
and he's John
muy
Lennon.
bien.
Yeah.
I like him.
Oh,
I like him a lot.
remember John Lennon made me think of the Beatles thing again.
Yes.
Oh, the AI thing.
Yeah. So let me. The story of how I found out was from my wife. She kind of like mentioned it to me, but before she could even get into the details of like explaining that like there's going to be a new Beatles song with AI generated like John Lennon, she had to stop and pause, being like, you don't know things anymore. It's like the writer's strike made the Late Show stop, and like I think I used to be a little bit more up on stuff, and she just like tells things to me. I'm like, what?
Wow.
They're doing.
You're lying.
They're doing what now? Yeah, I just accuse her of lying all the time. You're making
Are you
that
a
up.
witch?
I've become a
People
real
are
simple
going to think you're a witch.
Let's see if you float. It's like,
Pushes you down in the bathtub. Float now, float now.
Oh my god. Kyle, you just murdered your wife?
oh my god.
Did he? Or did you?
No, this all happened. You didn't just see it?
I think Matt and mostly Rachel did.
It makes sense.
Oh my God.
It
I
makes
just
sense
said
to our
float, not
character.
die.
So apparently,
That can mean several things, man. You gotta be
Float. Most people are made of water, so they're buoyant.
yes.
They float
But
because
no,
they
you
know
said-
how to swim.
No,
Yes.
you're not-
She was a witch.
Oh, yeah. You're not yanking this back. You said she's a witch and she's gonna float. And if she floats, she's a witch.
Yeah.
And if she's a witch, you hang her.
Yeah.
Well, you hang out with her, so you get that witch, that money spell, and you get all the people to work for you.
Yeah.
Be like, cool, I got a
You
witch
should
wife.
work for
I-
some people in Hollywood to help roll back shit.
I think Matt went back in time. I think
I put that tomato soup
Yeah.
can back on the shelf.
yeah, don't mind if I just.
Gotta go.
So him taking the beanie and the sunglasses don't change anything? Somebody
And
could have
there's
bought
not a
that
price
beanie.
tag on them.
Yeah, it's not the price tag. I thought
Okay.
that was funny.
I was about to say, if he puts them back exactly where they were, then it won't affect the future. But if he doesn't,
Yeah, what if somebody walks by that and like George Clooney doesn't get his world famous sunglasses or something that he found in a
So if anyone's confused, we are going back to the Flash movie. Yeah.
sorry, that's it.
Sorry, we got off of the witch talk.
Which to Flash.
in my summary, I need the writer's strike to end so I can apparently know some things again.
Isn't it close to ending?
Oh, is it?
Are you a witch?
Do you float
in the water?
Throw him in the water. Hang him.
No. What are the winning lottery numbers?
I'll tell you.
I wish that was like me prepared, but that was completely sincere.
That's so funny.
Damn it.
That was awesome.
Oh my god.
I'll look it up. Oh shit. All right. I change topics for a little bit. I finished the show Ted Lasso. That as far as we know, this is the end of the show. The series ended a couple weeks ago, and we just kind of caught up and finished it up.
Oh.
And I've talked about the show on this. It's like, it's made by the same guy who did Scrubs, and it's got like the show is always very like heartfelt team mentality and like positive. It's like the least soccer related soccer show. Like, although I think they actually like did a little bit more. Like they actually look like they like practiced a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I'm not shitting on the soccer. There was some, but it's like the show was never really about that. It was just about like
I've seen clips on TikTok. That's my update. And
Yeah.
it seems really good.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. They have clips on
Everyone
on
loves
TikTok.
that show. I do think it's very much like a reincarnation of Scrubs in a way. It's like it took the medical and replaced it with soccer, and the way that like how much medicine is integral to the plot. Like
Right.
I saw the one scene where they're in the locker room and the girl's like, "Get your hairy ass in the room," and and she leaves
Roy
and he
Kent?
turns to all the guys and goes, "None of you guys spoke out.
You all-
know my ass is not hairy, and none
Yeah.
of you guys
and I will
spoke
never
out,
forgive
and I
you.
will never forgive you," and walks out of the room.
It's
Oh, my
excellent.
God.
Yeah, that's Roy Kent, who's going to be Hercules in the MCU. Remember, he was at the end of
That Thor
Love
movie?
and Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super comic
yeah.
accurate costume.
Yeah.
A really weird one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That's right.
There's one aspect to Ted Lasso that, again, I don't know like what the internet says about it, but there's a character. I don't want to get too specific. If you guys ever watch it, if you ever get your Apple TV free trial and binge that show, there's this aspect that I've never seen on the show before, at least done this way from what I can think of, where there's this guy who is sort of like part of the team, and over the course of like I'd say the first 2 seasons, he kind of like goes through like this character development of kind of like getting annoyed by like Ted Lasso and like his effect on like being like like unbreakably positive, and like it's like he always finds a way to charm everyone, and it kind of like makes him kind of despise him more and more. But the thing that happens with him is they make his hair turn white.
Wow.
Like it like I'm maybe like halfway through, like I guess like the season 1 to 2 arc, where I'm like, I think his hair's changing colors.
Oh.
And sure enough, by the end of season 2, he's straight up white haired.
Wow.
And he's a bad guy.
Oh.
And perhaps things start coming around towards the end of the show, because Ted Lasso's got to win everyone over. And I'm finishing the show, I'm like, I think his hair's beginning to turn back brown again.
Are you serious?
What? it became a little bit more salt and pepper than it was before. I'm almost positive. Like, that's such a strange hair character arc.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's like a Dragon Ball Z thing.
That's a funny comedy gag. Just
Yeah.
Slowly.
But it's just there. It's just like, what the fuck is happening on your head?
You know what's funny? A strange comedy gag that happened in real life. Speaking of hair turning back to the color that it was.
Sure.
My grandma, no medicine. This had nothing to do with medicine. They couldn't explain it. Her hair, my grandma's hair was always jet black. Like black, naturally.
Yeah.
So she went white before, maybe 5 or 6 months before she passed away. Her hair started to turn dark again. Like right here, it was coming out of the root, like as dark as Tony's hair. Coming from the root in the back. And she went to her doctor and said, "Is it the medicine I'm taking?" And the doctor's like, "The medicine you're taking wouldn't do that to your hair."
So it's been a real life example.
Yeah, real life of it just reversing back to.
Oh, that guy's about to die.
Oh no!
You just said, right?
Oh no! Yeah, oh no! What's happening?
Thought maybe she had a stressor in her life, and
De-aging?
yeah, maybe.
How would that sound good? If you hit a certain age and just reversed slowly again.
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button, but
Turn
like
to sperm and
backwards.
egg.
Yeah.
Ah,
I feel like that would be.
you never look better, Matt.
I feel like that would be a
Sperm and egg
better
and
way
ham.
to go. I feel like as soon as you hit 85, you reverse backwards again.
That'd be awesome.
And then you don't remember what happened because you're an infant, so you don't feel anything because you're just boop.
That'd be cool. I'd be game for that.
Yeah, it's
But
better
how do
than
you
the
revert-
opposite.
But you'd revert all the way to sperm?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then you just
A zygote.
Would you just poof, or would you slowly revert?
You just splatter on the floor. Yeah, it makes that sound.
Wait,
too.
instantly? I thought you meant.
Yeah,
no, slowly.
yeah
Like
we'd have to go
Benjamin
to
Button.
Same amount of
reverse
time.
On your
stages of,
150th birthday, you turn in the transformation's complete.
Yeah,
We'd be in trouble. The
would
boomers
you
would
go
be
through the
back.
9-month stages though, but backwards. When you're in the belly.
Yeah.
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 When you're in the
When you're
belly.
You turn
when
into
you're
an.
belly.
When you're in your belly. That's what I heard when you said that. I was like,
You get a placenta. You become placenta man.
Oh,
Or
Placenta
person-
man.
placenta
I guess, but
person.
then at that point, that's the political thing of, are you even do you?
Yeah, but can you vote? Is what I want to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you can.
Technically, yes.
That's what I've been asking.
Do
No
you
one's answering
do you
me.
lose your right to vote when you
They
go
got-
backwards?
They gotta spin you around their head, and then they slap you against one of those crazy hands from the quarter machine or the $20 machine, whatever they are now.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Or
whatever
do you just
land
disappear?
on. Yeah.
I wonder. If you're aging that
you're
quick, do you just
sperm, you make
age
that
quicker
gooey
when you
hand
hit that age?
Yeah.
Do you just age quicker when you hit that age? Like you just go faster at when you become like before a baby is even born, you just age faster and you're just dead. That would be the best way to go.
Wait, so you want to age faster to die quicker? I'm confused.
Whoa.
No, I meant so you don't have to remember being a zygote.
Well, you probably
I'd
your
wanna
brain's
remember.
gonna deteriorate.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
thought. I was like, you're not even really
You'll
conscious.
just slowly start losing function the
Yeah.
reverse way.
Yeah.
You're not even conscious, so. Okay.
Just having an old man brain in a decaying baby's body sounds so horrendous.
But that's how it really is. Your body breaks down. You can't do anything by yourself. You have to wear diapers. You're decaying into an old baby man.
But it's the other way. It just feels longer.
Yeah,
Right?
it does. To go back one more time, it just feels so much longer.
Sounds like a crazy Black Mirror episode.
Whoa. What if it's on the season?
Send the pitch.
I better get money for that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know what this is called? A writer's table.
Oh, my God.
Ah.
Yeah.
I like
Ooh,
it.
it's like we're at a museum.
Bonita. Do you feel bonita? I feel bonita.
You better believe I do.
You are.
Oh, thank you.
You're muy bonita.
What?
Oh, muy.
Damn,
Muy
thanks.
bonita.
So the internet also didn't tell me that there was a new season of Black Mirror. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I also don't have Netflix currently.
We saw it on our TV and we're like, when it said the
Rachel.
household thing, and
Yeah,
we're like, don't know what you're talking about. We move on. So apparently, it doesn't affect specific people, and I'm like,
Wait, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
So you saw the girl with
No.
your hair.
no.
No, you didn't see that
No.
thumbnail? Okay.
No,
I'm
I saw it
saying with the
afterwards. I was like,
Netflix,
I saw a thumbnail of a girl with your hair.
advertisement popped up where-
Okay, did you say I have to watch
and-
this now because this girl has your hair?
No.
Okay, so then the first episode doesn't make sense.
I feel like it's a popular hairdo. I feel like
It
so
is
many
popular
women
right
have
now.
that hairdo that they're just attributing it to every person.
Yeah. A lot of people have this right now. So Tony's like, I saw a clip of somebody and I go, popular hairdo.
Yeah,
It was a
big
thumbnail.
time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's one of the hottest
You didn't
hairstyles
say
of the time.
that's not my hair. That's
no,
not
I
my
went,
hair.
okay.
It's everybody's hair.
It's hair. Everybody can do whatever they want. It's almost like Tony walking up to me and going, that girl had brown hair just like you. And I went,
Yeah.
Well, see, in the
That
show,
person had a face.
Yeah.
the
wow.
only reason I'm asking because in the show, when they see the Joan is awful thing, the idea is like, they're like, this girl's you.
Yeah.
Joan, she's got the same hair as you. And
I've
instead of
never
being
been a
like,
horrible person. I
yeah,
can
that's
tell you
my
that.
my hair or anything like that. She's just like, that's not my hair. No.
What?
And he's like, we have to watch this. She's like, no.
Wait, because the hair is the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the name, but the hair, he does harp on the hair.
Oh.
I
This
don't
lady has
understand.
the same hair as you. We have to watch this.
Oh.
You know what I liked? I had somebody, one of our friend that we went to the movies on Friday with, come up to me and go, your hair is like, and I already knew this because it comes up on the inside like this. She was like, because I had it pulled back, she was like, your hair is like the girl from Malfoy's mom from Harry Potter. And I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, it comes up like that. And I'm okay with that because it looks good. And I was like, yeah, I was like, you're the first person that actually came up and mentioned that
Yeah.
versus like other
Rogue.
things, which is
Rogue,
fine.
yeah.
Which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. But I was like, okay, she's like one of my favorite characters in Harry Potter. So
Now-
Billie Eilish also have that hairdo.
Who?
Billie
she's
Eilish?
blonde. She's like,
Damn.
yeah.
Billie Eilish has that hair too?
I thought she might have at one
I
point.
know she had the
She had
dark hair,
green.
She had the light. Is that
Yeah,
why
big time the green.
She had the green.
Green, I remember
I know.
green, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
she's
don't know.
blonde now.
Let me look up pictures of Billie Eilish.
I'm not doing that. Sorry,
Say I'm
Kyle.
not doing that, or you're not doing that. Because either way,
I said I'm not doing that. Sorry, I'm not
For some
doing
reason, I heard that, but I still made sense. I heard that as I shouldn't do it either.
don't fucking do that.
Consider my fingers chopped off. Why don't you guys talk about the new season of Human Resources?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and I guess the finalists of the seasons.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoy. I think it's a good departure, even if it calls back to the show. So far, this season does not call back to Big Mouth, like at all.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It doesn't
wild.
at all. I mean, other than certain voice actors using the same voice actors. I actually enjoy this season a little bit better than the other seasons right now. And we've only watched like 3 or 4 episodes.
Oh, how many
Yeah.
seasons of this Human Resources is there?
3.
12.
Holy crap! There's
3 seasons.
I thought this was 2.
No, it's like
Me
3.
too.
This is the 3rd season, I think, or 4th season.
Am I that behind? on shit?
Hashtag I'm surprised.
I can see it on your
like
face.
it. 3rd season. Maybe I'm wrong. I think this is the 3rd or 4th season. But this is the last season. The 3rd/4th and last season.
I don't know if they released it in chunks, but according to IMDb, there's only 2 seasons of it.
2 seasons, really?
Oh.
So this is the second season?
Okay, so
Season
second
1 was
season.
March.
Friends don't lie.
Papa, Papa, don't lie.
Papa's
But I like this season better. It feels like a separate show than.
It does feel like there's been 3 seasons.
I don't know if that's good.
No. That's
think
why
they
they're
should-
ending. This is like the end. It's like they're like, all right, this is it. Whether he wants to move on to other things, probably. I mean, I don't know
Kroll,
why.
you
When
mean?
do you think that? Sorry, I don't know if this applies to this season. When do you think that people are gonna find it to be weird?
I don't know, because I'm surprised people don't already find it weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Like little kids.
Little
I'm
kids
surprised
and-
they got away with so much stuff.
Now it's
Yeah.
adult.
Like that.
Now it's.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a little kid. It's adults now.
But-
Yeah, so far that is true. Maybe
So it's
maybe they did
adults.
catch some flack.
So
because-
now it's more of like adult not young adult, even adult like us.
Oh, like college kids.
Like college kids, like us, independent, older enough.
Yeah.
Because John Mulaney is like snorting coke off like the koala baby.
He's not even. So far, he's not even in it. He's not even.
Doesn't
in
he still have a say in like the writing, or isn't he a part of that?
I don't know. I didn't look at the credits.
So far, I like it better too than
really
the other season. So, I enjoy it so far. They introduce they introduce at least one new character. Two, technically.
2 new characters.
One of them's a penis, but
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a new character.
if you count that as a character, I don't know. We only just finished that episode, so one of them is they introduce. I don't think it's spoiling it to just say what it is.
You guys just said it's a penis.
Yeah, it's a penis.
No, there's one. There's 2.
Oh.
One of them's Hope. They
Oh
introduce
yeah, I
Hope.
forgot about Hope. Wow. Yeah. Jeez.
Like the manifestation of the
Hope.
feeling.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
feeling of hope.
Oh, I guess that's what they do on the show.
She's a girl with
Yeah.
big titties, and the titties
disco-
are disco balls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's Hope, and
That's
she
Hope.
comes. They
Yeah.
call her the flaky bitch. Yeah, they were like she's like kind of flaky and kind of here and kind of not.
Yeah. She like brings up your expectations and then disappears when things go bad.
Yeah, she's like bye. Yeah, that was cool. They're really going into like other characters other than that main character. They're going into like some of the side character plots, like the Rock. I forgot what he
Pete
is.
the Logic Rock.
Pete the Logic Rock. They're going into like his issues that he has.
We watched some episodes of this, or at least one or two. I don't remember jack shit about this show.
I remember them being.
Well,
in
the episodes
office.
aren't long.
Yeah,
That's
same.
all I fucking remember too. I know for sure they're in an office.
They even
Yeah.
have one whole episode with the hormone monsters, that the ones that are like nerdy, and they have like the glasses and they're like the side characters. They have one episode that's just with them.
That
They
sounds
have-
fun.
They have one episode
No,
with
it's not.
just.
Well, they have a plot, but there's other plots that go on.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no,
but
it's
this
not
is
just
one of
them.
the plots that
Yeah.
they have with them. We're trying to get crabs out of a building. That one was good. And so far it's pretty good.
Bless you.
Oh God! So far it's pretty good. I like it so far as like a detached from everything, which is nice. Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. I suggest it.
Nice.
I like this season detaches from Big Mouth.
Did it feel like? Did you watch the whole thing?
No.
No, yeah, no.
Oh,
no.
so you
We're gonna
don't.
watch, like,
so
4
you don't know
episodes.
like if it ends on like an ending note. type
Yeah,
of thing.
not sure yet.
I don't know how because there's like a lot of plots right now, but
Well, I was gonna say. So the thing that I like about it is that there's still moments of like the human experience in terms of like certain emotions and stuff like that. Because sometimes I feel like it gets lost in like the characters, and then we don't get to see like what they're really supposed to be, like the manifestations of the love and a hate worm and all that stuff. But I think that this season there's still not enough yet. I still feel like there's not enough of like those human moments yet. But they do have those moments like we were talking about hope and like how hope affects people and stuff like that. And like hope comes in and she's like, oh, it's a girls' night, so it's hope, love, and anxiety. Like that I forgot the name of the anxiety bug.
mosquito. It's like a mosquito.
Yeah, the anxiety mosquito. Yeah.
Mosquito.
They're like, oh, girls' night, because like, and this girl, it's about this girl that's going on her first date. So Hope is trying to rile them up and be like, oh, this
Like
might
a
be the one.
disabled
This might
girl
be the
going
one.
on a first date.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, this might be the one. And then Love is like, well, I mean, let's get our expectations. Like, you know, we don't know. But Hope's like, oh, yeah, no, it is going to be the one. And Anxiety's like, oh, but even if it is the one, then what about this and that and that? And you get to see, like, how it plays in like, that person's.
Actual
Yeah,
human
exactly. Yeah. So that's the stuff I like more. I feel like there's moments of it, but it's not as much as I would expect.
So you like it when it becomes the movie Inside Out.
Yes. Yeah.
So he likes the movie
So you
Inside
like
Out.
the movie Inside Out.
I guess so.
And you want to see an anime of Inside Out.
An anime of Inside
You
Out?
think that would be so cool.
Wow.
what are we doing here?
You're campaigning for it. And you're talking to Toei Animation because you want them to produce it so bad.
What timeline am I in?
It's
like
one where you really want Inside Out.
I like that one episode that deals with like all the guy whose wife died. The old
Yeah,
man
that was a good one too.
whose
Yeah.
wife died, and it's love like him having to turn to love and be like, it's not that I don't want to see the memories of her. It's just like, I don't know who, like the love bug, he had to turn to love bug and go, I feel like you're more in love with the version of my wife who's gone. He was like, do you even know me? I don't even know myself.
No, yeah, that was a really good moment.
I don't even know myself, so maybe I should go out now that like, you know, and go start loving myself or go find something that like, you know.
Yeah, he basically tells the love bug, like, I think my wife that passed away was your client, not me.
Dang.
And then it's good because it was like emotional because you get to see like how the love bug is like really loved the client, and that's why she keeps trying to bring up like the nostalgia feelings.
Remember your wife loved
Yeah.
this place. Your wife,
Yeah.
and he would see like bubbles of like her, and then anxiety was there, and also shame.
Yeah.
The shame wizard was also there, being like, "Oh, you're taking this trip. Like you shouldn't take this trip. You should feel bad about taking this trip. Your wife isn't here. You know."
Yeah.
So it was like all the like normal emotions that you would feel, and it ended on a good note, being like he was like, "I'm gonna go and figure out myself and what I love to do, and you know, like find what I like," because he was like, "I don't even know myself." Yeah, it was like it ended on like a good note.
Yeah, that was this season.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I
That
said
sounds
it
really
was
interesting.
Yeah, but
pretty
that's-
good. And then it had the side plots, obviously, but like
Yeah.
that was the main one of them.
But then he remembers that his wife was accused of being a witch.
His
Yeah.
wife,
Right, yeah.
no, his
And
wife
she
died of
was
skin cancer.
He didn't get
And then the
drowned.
shame wizard comes in. You drowned your wife. You should feel shame.
His wife died of like skin cancer. Like they actually said that. And they make a few jokes like, well, obviously her dermatologist wasn't too good because
The shame wizard does that, yeah.
He goes, obviously her dermatologist wasn't doing his job because she went every year. And they're like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You're like, oh shit.
That episode's a full course meal of
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah.
Including like, oh, is this okay?
Yeah.
But I hope we only saw a few episodes, so I hope there's more of that.
Somebody just died.
Just a bang. AJ.
AJ.
I was like, oh, somebody died. Up there.
Mr. J.
Were you gonna say something before that?
Oh no, yeah, I was just gonna say, I hope that it continues with more of that stuff because I feel like sometimes, like I said, it gets like lost in like all the characters and like
Yeah.
I think that's why they detached from Big Mouth. I think it was like there was too many plots going on, and if you didn't see Big Mouth, you'd be lost at like certain plots and like you know what I mean. Like it's too mixed that like people can't just walk into the show and watch the show.
Yeah.
To know what's going on.
Yeah, once the live action Nick Kroll walked into Big Mouth, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna watch Big Mouth anymore.
Yeah.
That was a
I don't know
thing.
how that didn't end
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Like that should have been the end of the series.
It was for me. I never watched it.
God.
They've been on their show.
Cool. All right. So there you have it. I guess we'll go into like the playing catch up portion of it. A lot of you guys, or have all you seen that Puss in Boots movie now?
Yes.
That-
Oh yeah.
I saw a good chunk of it.
So everyone's just like positive shit. Is there much else to say about it?
We
Like,
saw in movies.
The one
yeah,
negative thing I could
you were
say
old
about
school
it-
talking about it. So I guess they're the ones who caught up.
The one negative thing I could say about it is John Mulaney didn't talk enough about cocaine in this movie.
Yeah, he didn't.
That's
I
true.
think
That's a good
What
point.
did he
How
play?
we're supposed to know if you're
He
John
played
Mulaney?
Pied Piper.
Was
He
he-
stuck his
Pie
finger
guy.
in a
Pie-
pie.
yeah.
Pie
The
guy.
nursery rhyme.
Pie.
Where he stuck his finger
Jack-
in a pie.
Jack
the Pie-
Pie.
It's really
Pie-
gross looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He stuck his finger in a pie in a nursery rhyme and got a cherry
Yeah.
or something on his finger.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whatever, I don't know.
A cocaine pie.
Yeah,
But it's
cocaine.
cool. I love the
Cocaine
dog
pie.
burrito.
Yeah,
Yeah.
burrito's
The
like one of
burrito's
the
great.
best
I like the
characters.
wolf. I thought the wolf.
Oh,
was
the
really
wolf was
cool.
sick. Yeah, Lobo.
Yeah, he was
that
awesome.
character's
He was so cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Lobo.
I was like, oh man, furry.
I will
know,
become
my
a furry
persona
for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and what? That's on Hulu if I want to watch it.
It's gonna be on Netflix soon too.
That way I
Okay.
could watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah, where did you leave off?
Oh, about compare for
I think you missed like a little bit of the middle section because you had a call.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, well, I'll watch one. As it
Yeah,
hits
you can always watch it
Netflix.
here. I own it. No, AJ rented it. Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ rented it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was in a full-blown own.
He
But we
took the
still
remote
can watch
and
it on
rented
the
it.
whatever services.
Mm.
I have it too.
Sweet. Yummy.
Yummy. Yeah, and you guys have also been watching
Nuts.
Detroiters.
Yeah, Detroiters
That was
is
good.
hilarious.
We watched a few
Really
episodes
funny.
last
Yeah,
night.
that was funny.
I've
good.
seen a few episodes of Detroit.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Nice.
We finished I Think You Should Leave. All
Yay!
of them.
Oh,
Every
yeah,
season we
yeah.
finish.
Yeah, it was quick. It was.
What do you guys think of that on that note?
Really good. Really good. I enjoyed it.
I think there was hit and miss skits.
Oh yeah, big time. Especially.
But
in,
it
like,
gave you a
season
break
2.
so
Oh,
that when
yeah,
things were
yeah.
funny, they were
Yeah.
really funny. Yeah, it's hit or miss some of them, but
Season 3, I feel like was full steam ahead.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Season 3?
the majority of them were a winner.
yeah, I still think 2 had its
Oh god, yeah.
had its winners.
I love the big pour of wine and the whole tables thing. Like, what did Eddie Munster do with these tables?
Oh my god. I like the crooner. The crooner.
Yeah.
Do you know I saw on TikTok people were slapping that sticker on their car and being crooners? They were like they had the hat and the scar. I'm a crooner. I'm a
That's
crooner.
so funny.
Trying to make it look fake.
Shit.
Yeah.
They gotta be exactly to the side of you, otherwise it doesn't.
Can't
look
be
real.
before, can't be after. I also like the a lot of the screaming ones were really good. The ones where he like
I feel like that's most of it though.
About eating the receipt.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
I sprayed my hand. And I
I'm
made
ready.
a poop earlier.
Oh my god.
Too small of a slice.
Yeah.
Clean as mud pot.
I like I forgot which one. I like the crooner. I don't remember the ones that like really stuck out. There was a ton of them.
I love
I thought the Garfield
the
ties.
Big Mask one.
The
Oh,
Big
yeah, the
Mask
Big
one
Mask,
is
yeah,
still
yeah.
the funniest.
Yeah.
Why? And then it makes you go, "Oh my God! Thank God I'm gonna die because I don't gotta go back to work." Who would think that? What kind of society are we in?
Yeah.
So good.
Calico cut pants.
Oh
Yes.
my god,
yeah.
Calico Cup. Man.
Oh my God! When
Yeah.
the business where the dead people fall out of the
Oh my
casket.
god, yeah.
I
With
forgot.
Corn Cob TV.
I didn't do it.
I
It
didn't do
wasn't my
shit.
fault. I didn't do shit. I've seen so many memes with that it fits so
You sure
well.
about
like,
that?
like being, I forgot like a meme where like the parents, when your parents give you trauma and you have to talk to them about it. I didn't do that. That wasn't me. I didn't. They have so many good memes like that.
I think what always cracked me up was I think it was the pants one where like, oh, you got to pay for the pants. Like that part.
yeah.
That part wasn't that funny to me. What was funny to me was he was like, "Wait, hold that door."
Yeah.
And then he-
Oh my god. Every single time.
And it just walks really slow, so that person's got to hold it the whole time.
I like that meta-ness of it, where he was like, if you don't do it, like
Yeah.
I like that
Oh
whole
my
thing.
God.
I was like, wow, okay.
That's the
Yeah.
design of the pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And watching through Detroiters, it was fun to see the long form version of jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of the payoff was so good on some of the.
Yeah,
It was really
so
good.
what I like about Detroiter is that it doesn't rely on his like chaotic energy.
I
But
love his
they still
chaotic
use
energy.
it.
They still
Yeah.
use it
Oh,
though.
God,
Yes,
yeah.
they still
Yeah.
use it.
Especially
Yeah.
like when
I'm
he was
like
doing the
addicted to
dating.
his chaotic
Yeah.
energy. I love like comedy that's like just like Tony knows this, that like certain shows that Tony's like, what is this? It's chaotic, and it's like for me sometimes like that catches my attention way more than like just regular comedy.
Yeah.
Like you have to keep me distracted for me to like think that's funny. So
I think it's good to have it sporadically throughout though, because it builds up to it, and then he's like, "Fuck, I can't sing."
Oh my god.
I like how he came to his own conclusion. Then he was like, I can't sing. Like he's in the box trying to sing this.
Trying nonstop.
Yeah, kept going and going.
And then he's
these
like,
guys are gonna get
"Can you do?" My favorite part is like, "Can you do it like this?" And it was really bad. The guy's like, "All right, we're done here."
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
immediately, no, we're done.
We got it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
And then he burns the page.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I destroyed all of them.
Yeah.
Cracked into it like Dr.
Dr.
Robot.
Yeah.
I like it when he
That was so
becomes
funny.
like a prostitute.
Oh my god.
And he has like the
$1
blue
million.
suit.
Yeah.
And then his friend wants to do it, but they're like trying to like role play in
Yeah.
a restaurant.
And she's like, $1 million.
At the bar.
It's fake money. Why does it matter?
I'll toss the whole salad.
It did take me a while to realize that like they were related, like the wife and the guy.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
that took me a long time to go, oh, they're brother and sister. That makes sense.
They live next door.
Oh, okay. That probably because I jumped into it like
Episode 2.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
you just
episode
missed
2.
one.
So okay. So that's
I gotta rub his tummy so he can poop.
Oh my god.
The motorcycle where they're all depressed after.
Oh my god, my crotch
Motorcycle.
is aching for that rocket.
Yeah.
I worked for NASA, had sex with an alien.
He's a piece of shit.
I'm his
don't
Uber
use
driver.
dead
2
people
stars.
there.
Oh my god.
You farted in my car.
And roll the windows up.
No, yeah, that show's great. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. It was
I can't
Like
believe that's a
that.
Comedy
I
Central. I
didn't
never heard
use-
about it.
I didn't use dead people's hair for my wigs.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Why would you
Why'd you
think
bring up
I
that question?
used
Yeah.
dead people's hair for my wigs? And it
Yeah.
ended up being she used dead people's hair for the wigs.
It answers the question before anyone even asks.
Yeah. Who's asking that question?
And they're like, and they're like, okay.
Should have checked the morgue.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is great. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Mm.
The commercial pitches.
Yeah.
God.
It's so fun.
Put the dick in the butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he just say Chris Brown?
It was like dick in the butter, dick in the butter,
Yeah.
dick in the butter.
There.
Yeah, he did.
Reebok. He did.
Yeah. And there's one where people just dancing. And then what happens? It's just dancing. One hand in pocket, dancing.
And the police come in and beat him.
Yeah.
And then they just hire him. They're like, you're hired.
So now tell me if I'm wrong, but the idea of the show is that they run a marketing agency, and it's just like what them living trying to get this marketing agency to get clients.
It was his
or
father's agency that
Okay.
passed down to him.
okay,
And now he's trying to keep up the legacy,
Yeah.
but they're not doing a great job.
Yeah.
and so the father passed away, or
He
what
went
happened?
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's alive, but he just went
Yeah,
crazy.
he went crazy.
Do they explain why? Or
I think they even say it a whole bunch of times, too.
That's the only reason. I originally thought he was dead, but in like the second episode or the third episode, he's like, "Hey, you gone crazy?
how
It's
they
new
s-
management now."
I
It's
I like how they
"Ah."
slapped the sticker on the dad's name on the door, and it just had like his name on it. It was like a post-it note or something on the door that had his name and not the dad's
Yeah,
name.
gonna need 2 signs now.
Yeah, so good.
What if my name is Dick Pussy?
Shit kicker and carper.
professional shit.
Ah,
Oh, then I'll make any sign you want, Mr. Pussy.
Please call me Dick.
That was so funny.
Or the speech where everybody steals his speech.
Yeah.
And the clown where he fell, he went,
Mr. Bones.
Yeah.
you just take that clip right there, and that would be like, I think you should leave. There's
Yeah.
that one little, like,
There's so many sections of it. It's like, oh, this is like, and
I think you should leave.
Yeah.
them with the motorcycles.
Yeah.
Just keep going to the office and then be like, man, I missed that bike. And then just going back onto the bike,
Yeah.
riding it for like 2 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
The sad riding on the motorcycle was a favorite, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they see that dead person from
Yeah.
a motorcycle
Like,
accident.
oh my god. Why are we doing this?
The cock-a-doo-doo-doo, and we're just
Yeah.
a crackhead.
Oh my god.
Can't.
Yep.
Well, Rachel.
Yeah. Oh, hi, guys. I have some facts for you.
Ooh.
I tried to base it around Spider-Man because we did talk about Spider-Man a lot. And I also have one random one that I had before the fact.
Wow. Preparations.
Wow.
Since nobody knows what today's date is, so I'm not going to mention the date, so we don't
There
have
is
to
no
time
date.
stamp,
Yeah.
stamp ourselves.
Time's a construct.
But it's part of the facts. So June this very day, nobody on who hears this knows, but you guys know, was the very first roller coaster in America was opened in Coney Island.
Interesting. Oh.
Yep. Okay. Now
Coney Island was
Spider-Man.
the first ever roller coaster? That's messed up.
Cycle maybe?
Wow.
Was it the cycle?
I
The
don't-
wooden one?
I don't know.
So did you know that Spider-Man was the first teenage superhero that wasn't a sidekick?
Whoa.
And that his parents were SHIELD agents.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm sure, wow, everybody knows these facts. I had no clue about
I
this.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I also questioned that one.
Yeah.
In fact,
Which
So,
one?
like-
his parents were SHIELD agents. What is he? Hey Arnold.
Meat shield agents. That's why they're around.
They absorb so many bullets.
Bring in the Parkers.
So the correct way,
Just loot you.
so the next fact, the correct way to
SHIELD agent.
spell Spider-Man's name is actually the hyphen in the middle. You've seen it?
Yep.
The reason why that was done was because he didn't want it to sound like Superman.
Oh.
He put the hyphen because it's 2 words.
Oh.
He didn't want it to do that. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure most people.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. He was like, he didn't want it to be like Superman.
Mm.
Yeah. But it was the first teenage superhero that teenagers could look at and go, wow.
Wow.
And that wasn't
What a
Robin.
hyphen.
That wasn't
Hyphen
like
man.
just somebody's sidekick.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Bucky. It wasn't
No.
Robin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
so,
characters I like.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Well, they're the ones that kept those series going. If it wasn't for Bucky or Robin, there would be no Batman and Captain America
Again.
today.
So he capitalized on the fact that teenagers wanted something to
Yeah,
relate
they wanted
to.
the stories.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hello, True Believe. He's a Spider-Man.
Well,
And that
You want
is
nuts.
the optimism.
Excellent
part.
facts.
Let's get nuts.
well done.
Thank you.
Okay, Alex.
Oh yeah, I watched Batman.
Oh yeah.
We're back.
I watched it last week, but I was actually it's a stored up Batwoman now.
It's been stewing in your brain for a week.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My wife, like a week.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. Yeah, Batwoman finally had Hush in it.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'll stop.
Is that the ending? Hush.
No, but Hush has this whole operation where he's wants to steal the face and all that stupid crap that he normally does. But
Oh, that's his name.
the guy with the no, not him.
Oh.
Not him. But he also does steal faces.
Mm.
In this episode, he steals the face.
There's two.
Yeah, he
two
does.
face stealers.
Yeah.
Two-Face.
Yeah, there are 2 face stealers. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Because the face stealer, what he does this episode is he steals a doctor's face, and you know how they do? He's like a completely different actor.
Yeah.
Until he pulls off a face that's like a really crappy rubber mask.
Yeah.
And then he's a regular actor. But he's pretending to be a doctor so they could keep Alice and Hush in the prison while also operating to do stuff outside the prison. So Hush is like doing things outside the prison, then coming back to the prison. And it's like really like stupid. Very stupid episode.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. No, overall, I think same direction. It's getting worse. I think that's the problem. Is it is getting worse because it's getting harder to be like, oh man, like justify the actions of characters and stuff like that.
Oh man.
And the secret identity of Batwoman thing is like we swore the dad knew that he didn't know that he knew that he didn't
This
know.
happens every time you review an episode.
So, but now at the end of this episode, he's like, he calls Batwoman. This is how confusing the actual thing is, right? Like if they know each other or not.
Yeah.
He calls her to the GCPD, and he's like, Batwoman. She's like, yeah. And he's like, now that I think about all this Gotham City shit, I think you're kind of the reason that more stuff is happening. She's like, all right. And he's like, yeah, I don't like you anymore. Next time I see you, I'm going to kill you.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck? They're like,
So he doesn't know it's the daughter then.
no, he doesn't.
Uh-uh.
But he hangs out with her so casually. They'll like go to the park together.
Oh wow.
Get ice cream and then like go home. And
Wow.
then he'd be like, wow, that Batwoman girl sure is nice.
It's like Freakazoid with a cop.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it really.
Hey Freakazoid, want to go get a donut?
That's how it feels, except it's not played off to be funny. It's really bad.
Oh man.
And so basically, same as normal. Nothing too crazy. Hush was the main villain. And I think they escaped the prison at the end of the episode, if I'm not mistaken. So now Alice is finally out of the prison. And her little meat puppet guy that does all the face changing, he's like, Alice, like, why do you even want to leave? Like, we got a whole situation now. Like, we're happy. Like, we're in prison, and I get to be the doctor, and you get to do this. Like, we don't have to go. And she's like, this is dumb. Let's leave. And then they leave to, like, the sewers.
Oh.
Oh.
To the sewers. Okay.
Yeah. I heard the CW Gotham Night show, before it got canceled, it did get canceled.
Yeah, it did. It got canceled.
Again.
Yep.
Yeah. Re-canceled.
It was setting up for Blackest Night.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, which is a story where, like, the Green Lanterns and the Black Lanterns resurrect dead people.
Yeah.
And they were, like, trying to get towards that plot. So I really do want to continue watching that as well to see how the hell that was going to happen.
Yeah. How
But I'm glad it's canceled. God.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's Batwoman Corner. 3 bats out of 37.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, so a question about Hush. Did he have the wrappings or did
All
he
wrappings.
have... Okay.
Yeah.
So we never see his Bruce face?
No, you saw his Thomas Elliott face every other episode.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now he's just wrapped up.
All right. Okay. With that, everyone.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Pseudo Adults podcast.
There's the ending. Whoa. That means we got to go.
Oh my God! What beautiful music! I'm going to listen to this on Spotify. I'm Ed.
I'm Alec.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
And I'm Kyle. We're Pseudo Adults.
Mm-hmm.